Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 12th, 47th. Welcome to the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. I'm Adam Coble. I'm going to be your dungeon master. I'm not here to count shit, all right? I'm not here to count things. That's not my job. It's not. I'm not responsible
when he
for
got
that.
the number of not goblins.
There's a bugbear out there waiting to get his revenge. You killed all of his friends.
Yeah,
I forgot the word for bugbear for a second.
A tragically traumatized bugbear.
Mm-hmm. That's actually the name of the next adventure. I'm gonna break my NDA. The next adventure is the tale of the tragic bugbear, and it's very sad. It's a sad adventure.
A sad adventure.
Yeah, a sad adventure for one bugbear.
A tragedy in 3 parts.
Everyone's been asking.
That's what happens to bugbears in Dungeons and Dragons. They get separated into 3 parts, and it's very tragic. Oh, rest in peace, all but one bugbear. Yeah, it's a sad adventure. Exactly. Yeah. Listen, you can do anything with Dungeons and Dragons, including sad stories about bugbears. I did see on Twitter, I saw on Twitter the other day, maybe this was yesterday, it started floating around. Apparently, Tom Morello, former bass player of Rage Against the Machine, is a Dungeons and Dragons player. Now, I have two things I noticed if you saw this Tom Morello tweet. On the one, he definitely has to rename the band Mage Against the Machine now. And two, and I had to exert myself so hard not to tweet this, and I'm going to use this space to talk about it. The photo that he posted on the tweet is the Dungeon Master's Guide and the Player's Handbook from 5th edition, and then the 3rd edition Monster Manual. And I really, really wanted to be like, Tom, honey, you're going to have some trouble if you try to play it with these books. You're going to run yourself into some big trouble. But I didn't. I managed to. I was like, some other mouth-breathing neckbeard will say it for me, so I can just keep that shit to myself. So congratulations, Tom Morello. Hopefully Zach De La Roche is going to be the next person to tweet about it. Yeah, what an age in which we live, where rando celebrities are like, "Hey, I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons," and it makes me think about like other people who are not necessarily like traditionally nerdy, who I would like to see play Dungeons and Dragons. And I just like, my mind just spirals off. I'm just like, celebrity Dungeons and Dragons games, but like not with Vin Diesel. He's had it covered. He's good.
Yeah, the people who are already playing, we don't need any more of them. We want some.
Yeah, they got their own thing going on, but yeah, we need some really weird, like, people who you'd never expect to play role-playing games to get on D&D.
Who is the person I would love to see a Dungeons and Dragons game with Julie Andrews?
Yeah, right. See, that's a great. So okay, let's do it. Everybody can pick one, and we'll make a D&D group. So is that your
Julie
person?
Andrews Julie Andrews is I would never expect to see her playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Now I don't know if I would never expect to see him playing Dungeons and Dragons, but I've never seen him tweet about it or talk about it anywhere. Weird Al is mine.
Weird Al,
yeah. Weird Al is mine.
I could see him playing Dungeons and Dragons.
I would like to put Keanu Reeves into this group.
Red. Yeah, Keanu Reeves strikes me as the kind of guy who he wouldn't know what he was doing. No one else, like, he would just be like, okay, yeah, cool. Whatever you guys want to do, I'm in. We'll play.
All right.
Yeah. The thing is I could see Weird Al playing D&D, and I could see Keanu Reeves playing D&D, but I still can't like wrap my head around Julie Andrews and D&D. I don't know. I think I win on this one.
Well, we're not trying to pick the most unreasonable.
Yeah, we're not trying to.
We're just making a group.
Like,
Lauren, do you have a choice? I like whoever in chat said Slavoj Žižek. You win. Žižek playing D&D would be the most intolerable bullshit. I would go insane. I have an infinite amount of patience for new players, but Žižek would drive me crazy. Yeah. I would lose it. Anyway, Lauren, do you have a choice?
I feel like I'd want to go for someone like Meryl Streep. Like, we'll go like real highbrow on this.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh my God, can you imagine if she got really into the role playing though?
Right? Well, because I could also see her getting along well with Julie Andrews.
I was gonna say that we're building a good group, right? So we have the Julie Andrews and Meryl Streep combo, and then the Weird Al Keanu Reeves combo. Nice. Okay. Cool.
All right, Dave.
Dave, who's your choice of?
The ghost of Iden Abenaga.
Okay, so assuming that he can be brought back to life and can speak English.
Assuming the necromancer.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Oh, yeah, right,
I couldn't think of anyone else.
No, it's
I
perfect.
thought of Keanu Reeves, and Elf took it, and all I could think of was dead shoguns.
That's that's perfect. That's great. Like, we all just pick celebrities, and Dave is like, yes, an ancient dead shogun. He'd obviously have to be the game master. Fantastic. I want it. I want to see that.
He would make a lot of references that nobody else gets. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, right. Like his cultural, like
the dragon rises from the swamp like the hated eaves of Toyotomi Castle, and everybody would be like, "What,
like,
Oda? What are you talking about, man?" He's like, "What? Come on! Like the Date clan? You don't?" Ah! Just storms out. Nobody understands my cultural references. Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah, nice. I love it. I mean, it's only a matter of time, right? Before we have just like basically everybody, more people play D&D than don't.
Someone that I would really love to see playing D&D that I think might actually, Guillermo del Toro.
Oh yeah, he's a big nerd. Totally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, but he'd want to play some kind of like horrific giant robot thing, but with like a heart of gold, but like also is a terrible monster. Like he would just constantly want to describe his character as like weird dripping.
Are you sure that he wouldn't play like a
you
tiefling?
can just play a Triton.
Or a Triton?
Right, he just plays sexy Arcturus and just be like, yeah, I'm a Triton. My character never wears any clothes, and I just like look at everybody like in a sexy way.
A Triton bard.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, or like a water genasi or something. Yeah, yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, yeah. It's a fun thing to imagine. But congratulations on your exciting journey, Tom Morello. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. What's everybody been up to? How did your costume go? I saw you finished it, Lauren, in the last moments, and then there were some great photos. Did you have like a million people just getting so excited? How often did people put their hand on your shoulder and say, "Hey"?
No one actually.
Thank
I
goodness.
had good money on whether or not I would get comment. I had $0, but it was good money.
Yeah.
On whether or not I would get hair comments,
Mhm.
and people would put their hand on my shoulder and say, "Hey."
Yeah.
And I had neither of those things happen. I think the internet was more excited than people at the convention, which is totally fine. The internet was like all over it, but the con there were a lot of Spider-Gwens, which is
I feel like there's also something about like at the convention, it's like a person right there.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm the kind of person that would stand back and be like, hey, look, there's a really cool Spider-Gwen, and then not go anywhere near you or talk to you or ask to take a picture.
Yeah.
I did appreciate that no one came up and touched me without my consent. Like, to be clear, don't do that to cosplayers.
Yeah. I just feel like it's one of those things where if somebody were to ask to take their photo with you, that would be the thing. They'd be like, okay, can I put my hand on your shoulder and like...
Get a lovely picture with my friend who was dressed up as Miles and someone who was dressed up as the dad Peter Parker, and he was awkwardly taking a selfie of us.
Nice.
And it was pretty great.
I didn't see that one. That sounds amazing.
I need to post it, but I have been mostly asleep for the last 24 hours. Because I also got con cred.
Nice. Well, thank you for dragging yourself out of the dungeon of your own slow demise so that you could join us.
So
today.
sweaty in here. It's great.
Nice. Good. Like a real dungeon.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Moist and gross.
Yeah, totally. That's right. Brew your own slime. It's cool. It's cool. Elf, how's that Neverwinter life?
Still good. My character is now a level 7 druid / level 1 barbarian. Because it seemed fair. And also I found out that crafting in that game, the crafting system is annoying if you want to do specific crafts, because smithing hammers and picks and stuff like that are martial weapons. So if you don't
wait, hold on. So let me get this straight.
Smith.
So to make an object out of metal, you have to attack it with a hammer.
You must be able to wield martial weapons. Yeah. Let me go down the list of stuff that happened. I got beat up by a werewolf, my werewolf mentor.
Okay.
I asked someone about getting some new armor, and then that same person, that werewolf, sent me a message that was like, you find a letter tagged to a tree or whatever that's like, bring me this stuff. You should have asked. So she's just spying on me now. Like, there's no other way she could have known that I needed new stuff.
So you got attacked by a stream sniping werewolf?
I mean, I don't think stream sniping. I just think they're very stealthy.
Oh, okay, good.
But yeah, it's interesting. I really like how the sort of narratives come together in that game. Not that there really is any other than player-driven stuff that I've seen.
But that's your jam.
But it's my jam, yeah, and I'm really into it.
That's good.
I also, other news. First episode of TBD&D.
Oh yeah,
was played.
Is that the official name now?
That is the official name now.
Nice. Yeah. That happens a lot more often than you'd think. Like Dungeon World was a joke. The name, I mean, it still is, but Dungeon World, the name was a joke. John Harper was making fun of us and was like, "Ooh, why don't you just call it Dungeon World?" And we were like, "Fine, John, we will, because we can't think of anything better." And sometimes you get a good name out of that. It's fine.
But so the first episode was played, and it ended with the players getting a quest from a goblin chieftain to get him a better chair to get information about a monster that they're hunting.
Nice. Being level 1 is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Like being low level and everybody just bossing you around.
There's a goblin telling them what to do. Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to. That's not a good life to live. You don't want that. Well, that's good. And so when's the next episode?
Wednesday evening. So
nice.
Yeah, like 5 p.m. PST. Wednesday.
Oh, cool. Nice. That's awesome. Good. Well, I'm glad that it got off the ground. That's the first and hardest of the early steps is to like just make it actually happen. So, congratulations. And that's on your channel, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's at home.
Cool.
So
remind everybody at the end of the episode because I definitely want to go watch it. Blue Jay, how was your Emerald City? I saw you were out there yesterday. Did you meet a million famous people?
No.
Did anybody mistake you for a Critical Role character? Because that happened to me when I was walking by the convention outside twice. I forgot to tell you about this. I was walking by the door and twice somebody yelled at me, "Hey, Caduceus." Different people. Damn it.
Nice.
How was your Emerald
you had
City?
A good con experience.
Yeah. How was yours? Was it good? Did you have a nice time?
Do you care?
I do. I really do.
Okay.
Help me feel better about it.
Yeah, I had a great time. I bought a lot of prints. I also got the coolest Macaria pin ever. It says resting lich face. And so I determined that I must have it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so I got that. I got some cool dice. They're amethyst.
Ooh, fancy.
And I got a little case from Wormwood, which is fun. And I also did a little bit of business talking to try and get some censored, can't tell you about stuff. I got to see some of my friends. And it was the day after I did the first episode of my show.
That's right.
Which is not D&D, so I'm gonna skip past it, but it was great and fun. And
That's good.
Yeah, I had a really good time. I got so much cool art that I'm gonna take another art off my walls to fit it on the walls.
We should do some pins. I think that'd be really fun. I would love a little Ishi pin or a little metal 8 head pin. Those would be so cute.
Totally wear that.
Yeah. Like the characters from this game and the characters from Tomb would all make really cute little cameo like pins. I'm gonna make a note in my GM notebook to ask if we can budget for that. Let me just make a note here.
Tiny pins?
Question mark? Exclamation mark? Yeah, that'd be fun. We haven't done any like merch for any of these shows before, so that might be kind of fun.
No, indeed.
That would be awesome. I love pins, and like a lot of times I'm like, I don't want to put this on a bag because I've had them fall off and then they're gone forever. But there comes a certain point where, I mean, everything is temporary, so might as well actually use and enjoy it while you got it.
Yeah. I agree. I have all these pins that I love and they're great, but I'm the same way. I don't often put them on things, both because I don't want to lose them and because I'm like, they're so nice. Let me just look at them in a pile.
Chad makes the best suggestion: Floon pin.
No.
Yes.
Just hashtag Floon.
Oh my god, that'd be so good with his stupid face and his little ringlets. Oh yes, I wonder who I would need to ask. Who owns the intellectual property that is Floon Blagmar and
Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, but I mean, who at Wizards would I talk to? We don't have to call it a Floon pin. We can just call it like vacant nobleman pin.
Yeah.
Everyone will know. Captain of the platoon. All right. Good. Dave, how many days until Sekiro comes out?
It's on Friday, so like
so close. Are you excited? Are you gonna play it day of?
Hell yes.
Are you gonna stream it, or are you just gonna?
No.
No, you're just
because
gonna.
I already
have that experience to yourself.
Yeah, I'm already streaming a game that I want to play off stream.
That's true.
I've kept it, so
yeah.
No, I'm just gonna do that. And I was bouncing between being really inspired by and disheartened by a fan competition of like designing prosthetic arm weapons for it, and I was like, wow, lots of people already really good at doing the thing I want to be good at doing. But it was really cool, like seeing people make all these like weird scythe arms out of bones and how they all fit together, and people were making the mechanisms for it and molding them in 3D. It was so cool.
Yeah, because that was like one of the very first things that they showed in that early video for the game was that like weird ratcheting bone thing, that mechanism,
which was very confusing for everyone. And my guess was wrong.
I think most people's was, yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear what you think of it. I obviously will not be able to play it until I get back from Japan, but you should definitely tell me what you think of it, and then come to my chat when I play it and tell me how I'm playing it wrong.
Yeah, no, that seems fine. I'll do that with all the other ones.
Listen, I need it.
Competition.
Yeah, I need it. It's helpful. How's Tactics going? Are you enjoying it?
I really, really love it.
Because you switched over from Tactics Ogre or Ogre Battle to FFTA 2, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Because the NPCs, when they try and kill themselves, are like way easier to keep alive because the maps are smaller. It's what I realized after a bunch of time. I was like, they both do the same things design-wise. Why is this less painful? Oh, yeah. The map is like a quarter of the size. Yeah, and I really, really wish we got a new Final Fantasy Tactics game. Like, it's so overdue. That one was out original DS, and that's the newest one.
Yeah, there was one of the designers, kind of like how the Castlevania dude and the Mega Man dude both did like kind of like off-brand things. Wasn't there a Tactics one? There was a Kickstarter for something by either the producer or the lead dev of Tactics.
Yeah, Children of Zodiacs.
Yeah. Did that ever come out?
Yeah, but it wasn't great. I was looking at a thing today called Fell Seal Arbiter's Mark, which looks very, 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 very similar. They're doing like basically the same thing, but I don't know if I like the art style as much because it's got too much detail in it.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem quite. There's always that risk when you do, even if it is nice pixel art, if you don't have a consistent style through both the sprites and the backgrounds together, things end up looking really weird. So while the character sprites are pretty great, movement's a bit, but on the backgrounds themselves, they look way too detailed, and it ends up looking like you can see the stroke on the edge of the sprites.
Right. Yeah, I feel like that's it. It's an underrated thing. The sprite art, good sprite art is so hard to do well. And when somebody really like nails it, it can be hard to tell why they did. And so for a lot of people, I think seeing it, you're like, this isn't right, but I'm not sure why. I can't figure out why I hate this or why I love this. So yeah.
And I mean, the people who spend time getting really good at it then aren't really given much opportunity to use it because no one wants to make a sprite game. If you're going to make a sprite game, you have to do the whole thing yourself, basically. Otherwise, it never gets featured anymore, which is a shame because I really, really like looking at it. Yeah, there's some. Every time somebody posts a tutorial, one of those little animated GIF tutorials on Twitter of like how to animate somebody falling or like how to animate a sword swinging, I'm just like, this is
This is magic. It's sorcery. You are a pixel sorcerer. How dare you? It's so impressive. Art is cool. Way to go, people who can make art. Good job. So I think this is the part of the episode where you have to spend 25 minutes debating how a spell works. Does anybody have a spell we should talk about? Dave needs to finish the script for today's episode. So while Dave is finishing the script, let's argue about how a spell works.
I'm really sorry I didn't have time to learn my lines.
Damn it.
I'm just going to convert them all into cat.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's meow the whole time.
Okay.
I don't speak to
So you guys got the notes about the rest of the dungeon and where all the monsters are and stuff? Okay.
Yeah.
I got something about goblins, bugbears, and wait. Is this right that 8 has an intellect devourer in there like already?
Yeah. I sent everybody an updated list of all of the NPCs that are going to betray you, so you can all pretend to be surprised when it happens.
Oh, okay.
You should just check your email. It's in the spoilers channel on Slack.
I've got next week. I only printed out next week. Can we just
Jules gonna run into a slime, right?
Yeah. That happened last time, but I figure we want to go for the 2 because you do things in 3s.
Well, you gotta. All things happen.
So what's happening here is that we're making fun of some people on YouTube who thought that the last episode was
several people.
I'm a huge fan of the idea that they thought it was scripted because I pick useless things. Like,
yeah.
How dare you pick Speak with the Dead in a dungeon?
In a dungeon. Yeah, exactly. How long has Rin spoken Infernal? I'm pretty sure it's the whole campaign
the whole
so far.
Time. I've been waiting to use it since level fucking 1.
I have my languages picked out since the beginning, and I also have Infernal, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Undercommon. We are in the fucking Mage.
Yeah, give it some time. You're in between the street level common and an Untercommon.
Yeah. We're in in-between common right now.
Creole language?
Yeah, if you climb up a really tall hill, everybody at the top of the hill speaks uber common, so yeah, there's different variations. In original D&D, there was a table you had to roll on to figure out what languages you spoke, and one of them was human dialect. So you could learn like Hobgoblin or Elvish or whatever, or you could be the person who speaks common and a human dialect, like I guess French or
Why?
I'd really like to be able to speak to demons, but you know what I really need?
Yeah.
Speaking of French people.
Speaking of French people, I actually took that spell at first level. Speak with French. So one
have
change.
That spell in real life.
Yeah. So understand Welsh is like a 5th level spell. Comprehend Welsh. So for this adventure, and this isn't going to look too different for folks at home watching on my view, but we've enabled, and this comes with a caveat of we may have to de-enable it if it causes problems for anybody, and that if you at home, if you're playing this adventure or one with maps of similar complexity, at your own risk, enable the advanced Fog of War, which we did for this level. So you can see now, I'm looking at Makaria's view of the dungeon. You can see in the light gray the areas that have been revealed by the characters so far, and so this will fill in as they continue to explore the dungeon, rather than them having to keep track of everything on their own. But with a map as big as the maps in this adventure are, you can see there's quite a lot going on. It can cause slowdown depending on how much oomph your PC has. So players, if you run into any like massive slowdown problems or whatever, let me know. We're gonna try it. We're gonna experiment with the Fog of War for today.
I would just like to say that if my PC cannot handle a still image map, I'm gonna be real mad at it.
There's a lot going on. There's like multiple layers of ray tracing, and
if I can run like Overwatch in Ultra, like I don't.
This is a browser application. The amount of
also just
actual performance get out of it is very, very small.
Yeah, I think that's more the trick. Because I agree with you, Blue Jay. It's not going to be your computer that'll be the problem. It'll be your computer using Chrome's stuff to run properly. Yeah, and It's super weird what can run when slow down. So yeah, on a smaller map, I'd have no problem and would definitely advise everybody to, if you have access to it, to use the Fog of War. It's quite cool. But there's 22 levels, and each level is pretty close to the max size dungeon that an instance can withhold. So let me know. This is our test run episode. So, you were in the hallway, quite near the entrance of the dungeon of the Mad Mage, and you have in tow a skeleton and a zombie, and you've just come out of. Now, did you take with you the empty stone Sahuagin head, or did you screw it onto the statue with the candle and then leave it there? Okay,
back
so it's in there.
Put it back.
Statue.
Right.
It looks cool. It's a cool stone jack-o'-lantern.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You
Okay.
can get it.
Good for Sahagwin Halloween.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know?
So, from what I recall, and also what our cool new map shows us, we explored most of the Hall of Little Candles, except for there was one place we didn't. We haven't gone north from this crossroads at all yet. And then where 8 was damaged, there was a fair bit that we didn't explore over there as well. So I feel like one of those directions is the next.
Yeah, I think that if you're looking for areas you haven't explored yet, north from the Room of Pillars, and then everything kind of east of the door, down to the bottom, kind of where you had that big skirmish, the second big skirmish. There's also one more. There's also one more hallway down in the Candle Hall, as you pointed out.
Yeah, my personal preference would be, because we decided not to take like a week and do more downtime in order for those goblins we killed to still be dead, would be to continue going through that goblin den looking thing with the obelisk.
Seems great. Probably.
I support that decision. Head back from where we came.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so you want to head
Finish
back
up
to
an area while stuff's probably dead.
Head back to the candle hallway, and then
the eyeball thing on the map.
Yeah, the obelisk, the covered in bloody handprints.
Exactly.
Yeah, return to the
obelisk.
Yeah, return to the bloody handprints. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and traverse that area, or if you like, I can just
Can you move me, because I'm afraid of getting myself and my skeleton stuck in the wall again.
You shouldn't be able to traverse the wall, but okay, I will.
I mean, but like if I like scoop everybody up and one of them gets stuck in a wall.
That's true. Yes, if you move everybody as a unit. Okay.
It's
right,
just
give me 1 second. I'm just
precious friends
adjusting something here. Okay. All right. Yes.
Sorry, I started going on.
No, go ahead, Dave. Yeah, that's fine.
I don't like it though. It moves pretty slow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drag him around.
So, Makaria, you want to go here? Let's put you.
Yeah, I'm just clipping through walls. I'm just trying to do, my best.
Cheats here, Dave. I'll move you over.
Run.
I got you.
Strats.
Thanks.
Yep. Okay, and then these two, I will pull you over into the hall. So
I was gonna say I was trying to move it, but it was pretty harsh.
Yeah, the closer.
So is this the testing fog of war?
The closer zoomed in you are, the less that it should be a problem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't try to move yourself around with the map like zoomed all the way out. Okay, so I just moved you to the entrance to the place where you had that conversation with Halaster before he melted into a puddle of goo.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you are, my friends. You can go through where this open door here,
right.
Or if you want to backtrack a little bit.
Oh, right. There was one hallway.
There's one more hallway down there. Which do you prefer? What do you want to do?
So we went in. We would have gone in this door, right?
What's that?
Yeah.
The way to get here, we would have gone in this door.
Yeah, you snuck back through behind the statue.
Yeah.
And then out into the
I feel like when we got to this door, there was a brief moment of being like, wait, and looking down at whatever crude map we've made. And I'm like, I think that there's a part of this lit hallway that we neglected. I'm sure it's nothing, but maybe we should be thorough.
Yes.
You sure you're not just afraid to confront those tiny brain creatures again, Nate?
I was not programmed to feel fear.
I think you're right. Making sure that we know what's behind us, not like last time when they all ambushed us.
Okay. So in which case, over here.
Okay. Now, if you want to, another way to move your token around that I find, this is how I explored the dungeon for you. You can select your token and then use the arrow keys to move them around.
Ooh.
So if you select it, and then you can just use the like you're playing NetHack or whatever adventure.
So Jewel knows that the last time she just waltzed around in here, she definitely went headfirst into a gelatinous cube.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going with a certain element of caution, and I can roll a perception check if you would like me to.
Hanging back a little further with me.
I don't know if she's not hanging back, but she's definitely like, I'm gonna.
You have that 5-foot stick, right?
Yeah, she puts the 5-foot stick out in front of her.
Like a blind person has their like what is this called?
It's only 5 feet long too, so you are very. It's like you're just tapping right in front of you. Yeah, if you want to, you can make like an intentional perception.
Oh shit, that was the psychic damage. Oh,
yes.
Are you
yeah. Jewel's not feeling well on account of
no. Jewel and Lauren are in like a similar place.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, 19 for that.
So that's her perception for the hallway. She's like, oh, last time.
Yeah, intentionally going nice and slow and like listening and yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you get to this hallway.
And we're going right from here, right?
East. Yeah. Is
East.
the direction you haven't been yet.
Left.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you're going south, so you're turning left around the corner. Yes, you're going east. map left. Okay, so yeah, so this is the same hallway. It's exactly the same dimensions as one side of a gelatinous cube.
Good.
Yeah, perfectly clean floor surface. And you notice now on the second visit to this hall, like the candles are inlaid, like they're set back in the wall a little ways so that as the cube slides past, it doesn't eat them. Sadly, this hall is not merely a hall, but now the tomb for a gelatinous cube. Rest in peace, Cubey.
Sad cube.
Not rest in peace, QB. The QB deserved it. But
It's true. It's true. Okay. So the hallway extends, continuing along this direction, and then you can see that it turns left, heading north at the end.
I'm just following Jewel, and like I have the command on my zombie and skeleton to, follow and protect.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just kind of taking a look at which one is faster. I'm like keeping an eye on them to see if one of them, the skeleton or the zombie, can like walk faster.
I believe that the skeleton has a slightly faster movement rate.
So I'll keep him in front.
Jewel gets to the end of the hallway and assuming nothing has murdered her yet is like, oh, the hallway ends.
So at the end of the hall, it is indeed a dead end, but mounted on the north wall is an enormous stone like frame. It reaches from the floor all the way almost up to the ceiling. Massive stone frame, and the frame is carved to appear to be a human wizard wielding a wand. Now, it's not Halaster. It's just kind of like a bearded wizard with a hat on. It looks like the cover of 70s edition of Lord of the Rings. He's got a long flowing beard and a wand in one hand, and the wand is touching the top of the arch that's on the wall. And there's like a star illuminating from the end of the wand. Inside the arch, there is there's a mirror. There's a polished glass mirror, and so you see yourselves in the mirror.
No, don't.
Jewel, can I borrow your stick?
Sure. Do you want to go look at the mirror? Because last time it didn't go well for me, and she hands the stick to Makaria.
Yeah, I want to investigate this mirror. So I see the wizard fellow.
Yeah.
And I see his little wand thing with the light at the end, and I cast light on the end of Jewel's stick.
Okay. Bing. Now you have a 5-foot stick with a light on the end of it.
Yeah, and I move it towards where his thing is. I want to see if is there any reaction on the mirror as I like move this stick.
I mean, the mirror's surface grows brighter as you bring the wand closer to it.
Oh yeah, like a mirror would. Cool.
Yeah. You notice as you watch the sun that it slowly climbs up from one side of the sky and heads towards the other side. Weird. Yeah. So you just like it appears to be a mirror.
Do you want to see if this has any traps on it before I continue? You're good with traps, aren't you?
Jewel comes next to Makaria, and she will make an investigation check.
Yeah. So what are you doing? Are you looking at it? Are you poking things? Are you touching?
Yeah, I think she takes the stick back and she'll like touch the glass and like look at the cobblestones and the stone that it's made out of and be like, oh, they're like your giant blades that'll shoot out at us.
It's got this kind of like quirky, kind of like hokey charm to the craftsmanship. It's like the kind of thing you would see like outside of a store that sells pewter dragons holding crystal balls and like smells like patchouli. You know the kind of like hokey, like fantasy aesthetic. That's kind of how it looks. It's made out of like granite. It's just like a carved arch.
Is Makaria helping?
Like conjuring.
Oh yeah, like I'm looking at it too.
Yeah, right, Dave.
Okay, then I
okay.
Roll 23.
Good. Okay. There does not appear to be any mechanical mechanism that you can see. No hidden switches, no poking the wizard's eye to thing, no leaves to turn. It's all carved out of a single, like basically it looks like they put a flat plate of stone on the back wall and then carved a spot out of it for the mirror and then carved around to create this arch. The arch itself is about, I don't know, 2.5, 3 feet thick and just goes up and over, and then half of it is just like vines and like sort of trellis looking things, and then on the other side there's this whimsical looking wizard like
well, if it's trapped, it's magical.
Oh good.
And that's not my forte.
Have you thrown a rock at it yet?
She did poke it with a stick.
Yeah.
Like she will poke the glass, and I assume it does not go through the glass.
Yeah, no, the glass it seems inert. You tap it with your pretend wand.
Well, honestly, I'm already bored of this, but if you wish, I could see if it's magical in nature.
I think it's important to know that we're not walking away from something that could be important.
I cast detect magic. Not
Hell
as
yeah,
ritual
it is magical. It's magical as fuck. Yes. Yeah. So let's see. What kind of
I'm
magic?
impatient. That's why I don't cast it as a ritual.
Let's see. Conjuration magic. It glows with powerful conjuration magic.
Conjuration magic.
Correct.
What kind of spells are conjuration magic?
Spells that conjure things?
Summon creature.
Oh, summoning stuff. Okay.
There's a lot of other stuff that's conjuration.
That's true. Yeah, they're broader than you might think. Conjuration, all magical like movement, like dimension door or teleport or whatever. Those are all conjuration spells as well.
We could break it.
Are you sure?
Have we tried like touching it?
I poked it with a stick.
All right. Jewel hands the fake wand back to Makaria and looks at her and be like, if I go unconscious,
I got you.
I'm trusting you.
Yes.
Puts her hand on the glass.
Okay. There's like a faint squeak as the little like beanie like pads of your paw. Like you put your hand up on it like bleep.
Little Toby.
Oh yeah, you can't actually touch it. You're wearing invisible gloves. So Jewel reaches out and puts her hand like a centimeter above the glass surface of the mirror, but doesn't touch it. I mean, they're like leather gloves. They're like leather gloves, right? Like they're not like lace gloves. You're not wearing latex gloves. Like, a centimeter.
Okay, but a centimeter thick glove is a mitten.
No, it's not. A centimeter is like this big. It's tiny.
That's a really thick glove.
That's a really thick glove.
That's like a ski glove. That would impede her dexterity.
I mean, most gloves they're magic, but whatever. Yes, you don't actually touch the mirror.
It's a very bad quality.
She realizes that and like puts some other part of her body
elbow. Yeah, so same effect. It doesn't do anything.
I poke the wizard fellow in the nose with my magical stick.
Okay, it's not a magic stick, but no.
It may be that we don't have an activation phrase that we need.
Open up.
Yeah. Open, please. We want to go inside.
Do we though? Well, it doesn't work, so.
Yeah, whatever activates this particular magic, this conjuration magic, you do not have.
Perhaps in order to activate this spell, you have to be a pretentious asshole.
No, it would have opened. I would have told you.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, like, Rin turns and looks at you and goes, "No, I don't think that's
Good.
Well, this was something. Maybe we'll find more information about it somewhere. Let's go to where we murdered those goblins.
8. You should try and break it.
Just pick up my javelin up. I was going to see if anyone asked me to.
Don't break it.
Why? If this is a door of some kind, a magical door, we don't want anyone coming up
If it's
behind
a
us.
magic door, it's not going to open or break when you hit it.
What about with a magic weapon?
I mean,
I mean, what's the
I
worst
don't
that'll happen?
understand the reasoning behind why.
Because this is the way that someone could come up behind us, and we've already been ambushed like 4 times.
Alternatively, you don't know if this isn't the way forward, the only way forward, that if you break, we will not be able to go through when we find out how to open it. So maybe we should be a little circumspect about smashing magical objects.
It sounds so boring, but fine.
I cloak flourish back.
Yeah, let's turn and storm
The
away.
cloak flourish is
Oh
very.
yeah.
All right, well, let's go back to
Okay.
the Bugbear.
All right.
Entitled. Blah, 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 blah.
Everybody, mark inspiration for that little that little to do, and then head yourselves back over to the intersection there, and we will carry on. I'll move your zombies for you.
Thank you. Incredibly helpful.
Here, I'll just move you two while I'm at it.
All right, then. You, fast one, in front of me. You, slow one, try to keep up.
Oh no, I don't know where I've gone.
Everybody's flying around. Stop moving for a second. I'm just gonna grab everybody.
Okay.
Boop. Oh Lord.
The fast one.
What do you? So you want to send the skeleton ahead of you?
Oh, I'm just like directly
I
in
am
front of me, not like
In
far
the
ahead of me.
stone.
Yeah, I see that. There you go.
Okay. So probably back to where we last left corpses.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And let's see if they're still there. Corpses? Yeah, corpses.
So cool. So you just come around the corner and you startle the creatures that are here feeding on these corpses.
Oh, good.
So Makaria and her skeletal companions head off to the room, and you see 3 large worm-like creatures.
Oh, great.
And
I can kind of see them.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're at the edge of your view. I'm pretty sure I have a handout for these lovely creatures. Let's take a look.
I can take a guess.
Yeah, I think they're crawling around in the dead bodies.
And eating carrion,
Yeah,
perhaps?
they could be. So you spot
Gross.
these creatures, and they raise up, and their tendrils
Disgusting.
start to like quiver, and they hiss. The nearest one like moves into sight and hisses at you territorially.
Gross.
Why don't we go down and let them
What do you mean
crawl
down?
carrion? Well,
Oh,
there
right,
was
there was another direction.
another
I
direction.
forgot about that. I hiss back at the carrion.
Make a charisma save.
A save. Okay.
Yes. Please.
An 8.
Okay, roll initiative. They attack you.
It turns out your hiss in Carrion Crawler meant like "fuck you" or something.
Why is this so
Oh, that is a terrible initiative.
Oh dear, and you're so good at initiative.
Yeah, it's like her
It's like your thing. It's the thing that you do. All right.
You mean like jumping over ledges?
Yeah, exactly. Just
other
like
things that she's good at.
that.
I might be trained in athletics, but I don't have any strength.
Okay. All right. So it's clear to you, Makaria, that you're hissing at them. Did you want to roll for the?
Oh yeah, I can roll for each of my creatures.
I've got the macro. Let me just do it because I got them set up here. There you go. Okay. All right. So 8, you were around the corner when you hear Makaria make a hissing sound and then a louder insectile noise from around the corner.
Oh dear.
8, what would you like to do?
Let's do some moving, shall we? Let's get up and start meleeing some guys. 1, 15. Well, like miles away. What have you started for combat with these? Why have you done this? 25.
I just kissed at them.
She does that to all the big wormy things.
Listen, she's not socially well adjusted, so.
It's true.
I'm just looking at my range on my javelin. Yeah. The fog of war, it was going great. Now it's not going so great for me, unfortunately. Things are taking a little while. Measure. Okay. I'm just going to hold an action to attack one if it gets within range.
Okay. All right. Makaria, what are you going to do?
I hear it hiss back at me and see in its eyes that it wishes to duel to the death. And
I mean, I don't think that's exactly what's happening here. You like they threatened you, and instead of backing off, you made a loud noise, and it got all 3 of their attention, and now they're all like pissed off. So you still have a chance to back off because they're trying to protect their food, but you basically didn't back down.
That's very me. I don't know. 8 seems up for some ass whooping. Hopefully they don't have intellect devourers inside of them.
Yes. Every small section of their weird, like, tunnely bodies is just an intellect devourer in a suit.
Gosh. Even if we just turn around and like run the other way, I would like to bat at them because I'm an annoying little shit. So I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt on the one here that I can see. 25.
Okay. Yeah, you hit it.
14 damage.
Okay.
Burning. Joel's mind is like, I feel like I will get stronger by murdering them.
Maybe you will.
Okay. All right. So you blast it with radiance, and it takes.
And then I will use my bonus action to direct my companions, my zombie and my skeletor. Actually, my zombie is not equipped with a bow, right?
Correct.
So, and with a bonus action, I can only tell one what to do?
No, you can command all of them with the same bonus action.
So, my skeleton does have a bow, and so I will direct it to ranged attack the fellow that I just hit.
Okay.
And my Zombo, which does not have a bow, I will direct to protect me with its unlife.
Okay. So attack anything that attacks you?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you make that attack for the skeleton then.
Oh, okay.
The skeleton has right now 20 shots.
The skeleton, 21. Good boy. 6 damage.
Do you say that to the skeleton after it hits the Carrion Crawler?
Yes.
Good, nice. So yeah, it just fires an arrow and it thumps into the side of the creature.
The eyeball.
All right. Is it gonna? It's just gonna shoot and then stay.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Yes,
Rin, it is your turn.
I am around the corner, so first and foremost, I need to step up so I can see the Carrion Crawler.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I can see it, I can make fun of it.
Fair.
You know, the internet would lead you to believe that you don't need to see people to make fun of them.
I stay around the corner. I take out my cell phone and I look at Carrion Crawler. You suck.
I open the Carrion Crawler's Twitter account, which is loves to eat corpses. and I send him a vicious tweet from me that says, "You should close your account," and that's my vicious mockery.
Damn, cold.
There you go.
Okay.
There it is.
Let's see how wise these carrion
five
crawlers.
psychic damage to the closest crawler.
Okay. Now
do they have the wisdom of the crayfish?
Let's see if they have the wisdom of the crayfish. I got a 3 on my saving throw. Got a 3.
Psychic damage and disadvantage.
All right. So the next attack on it has advantage, and then its next attack has disadvantage.
But the vicious mockery is.
Oh, that's right. The skeleton used the advantage. That's right.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I tell him to uninstall. Exactly.
Okay. All right. So the carrion crawler is flailing its head back and forth in psychic anguish, tendrils waving in the air. And it's hissing angrily. The other carrion crawlers can sense its distress and are also getting pissed off.
Oh, nice. There's more than one.
Oh, yeah, there definitely are. So Makaria, your zombie is holding its action. And then now the carrion crawlers go. So, enraged by your mockery, the carrion crawler rushes forward. All right, so
I stab it.
Yeah, you can stab it.
Woo! We doing it.
You hit it with the javelin.
Hi-yah!
All right, it takes 11 damage. The thing just like rushes towards you. It's like a huge, disgusting, corpse-smelling garbage bag hot dog with a tentacle face on the end, and it just like rushes towards you. Kind of tries to climb up on you, and you jam the javelin into it. And then behind it, it is followed by another and a third.
Oh, boy, they are fast.
All right, Jewel, it's your turn.
8 looks like he might be in trouble here.
Yeah, they've got two of these carrion crawlers rushing towards them, though it doesn't look like the other one is necessarily attacking. In fact,
embrace your death.
The carrion crawler, it looked like it was trying to push past you, 8, because it can smell the zombie and is like feverishly attempting to go after that thing.
Okay, cool.
I can move through ally squares, right?
Yes.
2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then short sword stabbing time.
Nice.
Come on, cricket. 16.
You hit.
Heck yeah. Sneak attack.
Nice. So
for 18 damage.
Cool. You slay it. You just slice it open, and like a garbage bag full of rotten meat, breaking the surface tension means that all of its wet, smelly guts pour out, black and green, all over your legs and the floor.
Really gross.
And it kind of just like falls over backwards and deflates, just spewing its guts onto the ground.
Super, super duper gross.
Yeah.
If I move through 8 to this square, because I think I used 5. No, it's 25. I don't have enough space.
Yeah,
so
not quite enough. Yeah.
I cannot bonus action.
Yeah.
Stab.
Okay. 8. It is your turn.
Stab it.
Do it.
I'm gonna wreck it.
Yeah, the smell would be just the worst. You hit it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I stab it again. Yeah.
And the second one is a miss. There's a spray of goo, and maybe your sensors are blocked by it momentarily as you swing wild with the second swing.
It's because I'm not used to using a javelin, because they're not as cool as horse.
It's true, they're not as cool. Makaria.
So the first one has been damaged, yes?
Yes.
The second one, I suppose. I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna kind of like see these disgusting smelly things rushing toward me. I'm gonna take a step back.
Okay.
I'm gonna point at this boy and let loose the bells, the ringing of the bells.
Corpse Christmas. Ding dong, ding dong. Okay.
And I think the directive is still the same, but on its turn, I would like my skeleton to back up to the wall and fire.
Okay. The Carrion Crawler gets an 11 on the save and thus takes 16 necrotic damage.
Sick.
Nice.
Okay. And then your skeleton, you want it to fall back to the wall?
Back up to the wall and then fire, yeah.
Okay.
So then we'll make a short bow attack and it gets an 11.
It misses.
But I shake my head in disapproval.
The skeleton has no facial features with which to register the sadness that it feels at your disapproval. But you know,
a single black tear rolls down.
A chunk of bone just chips off and falls from its face. All right, Rin, it's your turn.
Well, I'm assuming, this looks pretty good. This is another Carrion Crawler I can mock. So I continue my metaphorical Twitter tirade. And, I'm not using never mind.
I say a mean thing. Imagine the meanest thing you could think of.
The metaphor has gone too far. I viciously mock this Carrion Crawler.
This Carrion Crawler will not be mocked. It gets a 20 on its wisdom save.
God damn it. All right. Well, that's my whole plan.
All right. Makaria, is your zombie still just protecting you?
Yes.
Okay. Attack anything that attacks you.
I would assume protecting me would mean standing in front of me and not Ren.
Holding an action? Yeah, that makes sense. If you want to
okay.
Yep. Okay. All right. So he'll hold his action. This Carrion Crawler can move here without leaving 8's zone of attacks. And so it does. Moves up there. And it will go after the zombie because the zombie looks so delicious.
I just totally forgot to do all the stuff, didn't I? Yeah. Good job.
It's okay. I don't think you've attacked. No, you did attack this one. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so it gets 2 attacks. It flails with its tentacles first. So the little mouth tentacles, they snap around the zombie's face and arms. The zombie takes 4 poison damage.
Oh no, my precious baby.
But if you'll note, zombies are immune to poison damage.
So does that mean he doesn't take
any damage? That's right.
Sick.
And let's see. Saving throw would be poisoned for 1 minute. They can't be poisoned. So I think when the Carrion Crawler gets close enough to lash the tentacles around it, it realizes, oh, this is not a snack. This thing is not the good kind of dead. And let's go. And pulls back and then attacks Makaria. It's pissed.
Well, protect me.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an attack with the zombie.
The zombie is just in the Carrion Crawler's tentacles.
Slaps and then the Carrion Crawler.
And then the second it puts its little tentacles out for me, my zombie's like, all
right, go ahead and make
not that one. You could eat me all you want.
He misses. So
that's the important part.
He's a bugbear zombie, right? So his bugbear arms flail helplessly at the rubbery hide of the Carrion Crawler, who attempts to sink its beak into Makaria. I get a 22. I get a 22.
Oh no, Makaria, be careful.
Makaria, you take 9 damage.
Yeah, I can't cut words of 22 for Makaria.
No, it's totally fine.
All right. And then
I am disgusted.
The second Carrion Crawler comes up, strides boldly through the corpse of its friend, and it's going to attack. Let's flip a coin here. It will attack Jewel. All right, here we go. Oops. Tentacles for Jewel. It gets a 27. So, Jewel, you take 6 poison damage.
Yep.
Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yeah. Let me take that damage. And oh boy,
it's fine. I'll help you up.
11.
Oof. All right, you are poisoned. And while you are poisoned, you are paralyzed.
Oh, great. Good.
So the tendrils they wrap around your arms and your shoulders, around your face, and immediately, like touching a jellyfish, you feel your body go rigid. There's a shock rips through your nervous system. And you freeze in place. The thing lashes its tentacles off and then snaps in with its beak. Now it gets advantage on this.
Yeah.
So I get a 17.
Oh, no. Yep, that hits.
Okay, so you take 4 piercing damage. And let me just check if there's any other stuff.
Yeah. Conditions paralyzed. It's a critical hit if you're within 5 feet.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, that's what I was checking for.
Oh.
Oh.
It only hit by 1, but I think it's too late for cutting words.
I was gonna say I could, yeah.
No, if you want to use cutting words,
Can I use it?
We haven't done the damage. Well,
I haven't finished the damage. It's totally fine. Yeah.
All right, cutting words.
Okay. All right.
Because my AC is 16.
Which
dire danger.
Which is a D8 now, by the way.
Nice. Okay. So what happens is it comes in, it like rushes through the now mushy, deflating corpse of its companion, flails its tentacles all over Jewel. Jewel, you freeze up in pain. It rears back to snap in at you with its maw, and then
there's a screech on the violin in the back, and it's just like so loud and disruptive that people who aren't familiar with like Rin being around would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Sudden violin stab, and the Carrion Crawler like rears back in surprise and fear.
Thank you.
Okay, so Jewel, it is your turn.
Paralyzed. Do I get a save?
At the end of your turn. Yeah, because paralyzed. Geez, this might be the worst, like, or the most egregious example of nested conditioning, because D&D's full of this stuff. But you're poisoned. While you're poisoned, you're paralyzed. While you're paralyzed, you're incapacitated.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Nested conditions. So yes, you get another save at the end of your turn.
Cool. Okay. And a return. Get a save. 21.
There you go. Woo! You shake off the deep layering, the inception of conditions. 8. It is your turn. There are 2 of them within range of you.
Okay. I'm going to attack this one because it looks like Jewel's in more trouble.
Thank you.
So we're going to make 1 attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
You miss.
I'll make another attack.
That's a hit.
Is that 15 a hit?
Yep.
Okay, I mark it.
And this is against which one?
The one on the right.
Okay, good. Yeah. All right. So
I mark it.
11 damage, and it is marked. Okay. Cool.
And I'm actually gonna pop second wind.
Okay.
Okay.
And since that one's marked now, which is what I wanted to do, we'll see if we can finish off the other one because that one took a bunch of damage already. So taking the
You mean action surge?
Yeah, action surge, not second wind. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yep.
Stab.
Now you can mark one and then attack other targets. You don't have to you're not bound by the same. Okay.
No.
Okay.
If I marked that one, the other mark would fall off. But
right, yeah, you can only have one marked at a time, but you can attack multiple targets. Okay. All right. Yep. So you hit.
And the left one again, if it's still alive.
It is. Yeah.
As a 14 a hit?
It is a hit. Yep. Just barely.
Okay, another 10 points of damage.
All right, not enough to kill it, but 2 quick strikes. Stab. And the thing is, it is harmed but not dead.
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna push it over.
Okay. Whack. And you can do that if it's bigger than you.
Yeah, it's up to large, I think.
Okay.
I'll double check right now. Shove a creature with your shield. I need to look at the shove rules. 1 second.
Yeah, that's okay.
D&D Beyond, save me.
Right, because shoving is in the Dungeon Master's Guide?
Yeah. Must be no more than 1 size large.
So you're okay with this one? Yep.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and make your roll.
Shoving.
The number to beat is 12. Nope, no shoving. You just mush him against the wall. He kind of squishes.
Such a mushy boy.
Makaria, it is your turn.
I'm going to. So if I step back, I'm out of its range, and it would get an opportunity attack, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you disengage first.
Right. But I mean, I think I could kill it. It just did a bunch of damage.
Like it's got big puncture marks in the side of it, and it's bleeding, and it smells like.
I think that this is. Is this a ranged attack? No, it's just within range. Okay, well, I'll toll the dead
Bong.
on this fella. I'm hoping he is unwise.
Survey says 4.
Yeah, so he gets 14 necrotic damage.
He only had 2 hit points.
Okay. And then with my bonus action, I will direct my zombo to, well, not my zombie, my skeleton to arrows at this boy. And my zombie has the same direction, protect me. But I also be like, and yourself, dummy.
Okay. Makaria, make a skeleton roll. Make that attack.
Skeleton.
Boing. Okay, cool. You hit for 4 damage.
Good, scaly boy.
Helping.
Okay, all right. So the crawler takes 4 damage. Rin, it is your turn.
Second verse, same as the first. Continue giving disadvantage to things and hitting them with insults right in the face.
Okay.
Mocking.
I get a 21 on my saving throw. The Carrion Crawler will not be mocked by you. In fact, you find that you've been blocked by the Carrion Crawler and now can no longer direct message.
Damn it. Pulls out her smartphone like.
Yep. Okay.
That's it. Now I just keep my eye out.
So Makaria, your zombie is on the defense. All right. So the crawler is marked, so it's going to attack. It's going to attack 8.
Yep.
For some reason, 8 looks especially delicious today.
And it misses with the tentacles. Goes in for the bite and also misses. All right, Jewel.
It's stabbing time.
Do it. Get him.
19.
Okay. Yep.
For 15 damage.
Fantastic. You want to go with that other hand?
Click. Is it still alive?
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's second stab time.
Yeah, the other less good stab. But
yeah, it's never mind.
Just get him in the rubbery hide and. These are like the kinds of things that if the Michelin Man needed a mount, then he would ride around on this thing.
Ooh.
That's like
on Carrion Crawlers.
Yeah, just a lot of like rubbery rolls. Yeah. Anything else, Jewel?
You know what? She's pretty hurt. Bonus action. Oh no, she already used it. No, she's there. That's it. I was like, maybe I should disengage. Fuck it. 8 will take care of it.
I yell to accept your demise. I see that you also look sick and hurt, and I'm just like, just accept it.
Jewel rolls her eyes as a free action.
Okay. 8, it's your turn.
Okay.
Can you deal enough damage to kill this boy in one round?
Let's find out.
You hit.
He's
Nice.
mocked again.
Okay.
Hey, stab 2. 13?
Yes, that's a hit.
Heck yeah. 9.
The answer is yes. Yes, you can deal enough damage to kill him.
Max damage and the minimum damage. Woo! Averages.
So yeah, with 2 more quick strikes, you stab, and the Carrion Crawler flops over backwards, kicking its little legs in the air, and then dying.
I have a question. I have a question.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I have an arm blade to put it in? Because I've just realized if I had a javelin in an arm blade thing, I could use it like a pile bunker and just like stab into it and then it'd go shoo, shoo. Like it would shoot out with like a mechanical piston.
Maybe in the future. Right now, it's just a javelin. But if you want to have like a cool javelin like that guy from No Country for Old Men,
can provide you.
I would also like to ask a question before we move forward.
Yeah.
How hurt does Jewel look? Does she look as hurt as last time?
No.
Okay.
Like, she looks hurt enough that Makaria might be able to do it. I have 9 hit points.
Yeah, but her skeletons can't do it, and she blamed it on them. So that was my plan, and I'm not quite far enough deep down the well to do it myself. So
trying to decide
you need plausible deniability.
I there's this moment where like the skeleton turns to look at Jewel and like pulls its thing back, and then I like am surveying her and like also exerting my will, and the skeleton puts it down.
the skeleton does not execute your friend. Good.
Yeah.
I mean, right.
All right.
Well, shall we go inside the door or shall we go up this beautiful curved hallway? Jules is like cleaning off her sword.
Well, before we make that decision, let's take our first break. You can think about which way you want to go next. We'll take a short break here, and when we get back, you can continue exploring the dungeon. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. This stream is brought to you by Roll20, an easy-to-use virtual tabletop dedicated to making tabletop RPGs accessible to everyone. Join the adventuring party at roll20.net. Hello and welcome back to Roll20 Presents Dungeons and Mad Mage. You killed the Carrion Crawlers. They were eating the goblins that you killed earlier. The circle of life continues.
I eat the Carrion Crawlers.
Beautiful. Good. Good. Wait, you can't. You have no mouth. You cannot eat them. You could eat them ritually, I guess. You could just like rub their corpse on your face and
just pull my head off like slightly. Just shove.
Jam them down your neck hole. So they're all dead. You've killed them. Where they came from, nobody knows. But they came here to eat dead goblins. So looking past them, we see a whole bunch of goblins with various chunks missing. They have been gnawed on by the maws of the Carrion Crawlers. And before you lies the room that you were in before. This is where you fought the intellect devourer. So where would you like to go from here? I believe Jewel posed the question. Forward, up the curved hallway, south down the hall from whence you came.
Have we looked like in a more direct way at the obelisk?
No, no,
out of there
because the obelisk you didn't really get a lot of. I mean, you glanced at it. I think somebody made like a religion check.
That was me.
Yeah, but you didn't really like dig into it because I think you saw it after 8 was.
You said it's covered in bloody handprints.
Yeah,
right?
up to about like for Rin up to about waist level. Yeah, go ahead and go wander over there if you want to take a look at it. But up to about Rin waist level, there are bloody handprints all over the bottom of this obelisk.
It's the goblins have been touching.
Yeah, and then it's a black stone obelisk with a big eye at the top.
Well, clearly they wanted to touch it for some reason. There's something that happens, I'm sure. Well, all right. I reach a hand forward and I touch the obelisk higher up than all the bloody handprints.
Touch the obelisk.
I'm just gonna do it.
All right. Your friends, you can hear your friends like muttering in protest, but their voices quickly fade into the background as your mind is filled with a voice, a message emanating to you as if by magical telepathy. You hear in your head the following words: "I cast my eye into the future and see in yours a perilous descent. South of here, beyond a secret passage, waits the two-headed king. Look to his left. There you will see the path you are destined to take."
And so only Rin hears this, yeah?
I assume then that I can like lift my hand from the obelisk.
Yeah. So Rin, you recognize the sound of that voice. It's
definitely Halaster.
It's Halaster, but he's putting on this weird theatrical voice. Like he's not, his normal voice is much weirder than that. And he was like, you could tell he's like trying to like be kind of mysterious. Actually, can you make an insight check?
Of course.
Okay. It's actually good that you were the one that did that. Yeah. Okay. All right. There's something hidden beneath his voice. There's some like wavering in his tenor, but you're not familiar enough with the subject to figure out what it means. But there's something hidden under what he's saying.
Well, all right.
Yes.
Something hidden, but I can't discern it.
Yeah.
So I turn and I relate that message to the group.
I will post it into chat for you.
And I say, like, it sounded like Halaster's voice, but he was speaking more strangely even than the last time I heard him.
We haven't seen a two-headed king yet, so
No,
I look to the south.
There is a dead end there, seemingly anyway.
Where am I? Am I underneath a zombie or something?
Where did I go?
8. I was underneath 8.
Oh, 8 was standing on you. Okay.
8 stood on top of me and I died.
8 telefragged you.
Yeah. My bad. Yes.
So sorry, what did you say?
There is a southern hallway that seemed to end in a dead end there.
Okay. Like I move a bit closer, and is there any kind of decoration?
Not that you can see like on the wall or anything.
This mage Halaster is mad. And I don't see how his direction could lead us anywhere we'd want to go. And I come out of the little alcove.
Okay. I mean, you didn't really get a good look at it, but yeah.
Well,
it isn't about what
it says it was the two-headed king. I don't see a two-headed king.
It isn't about through the secret passage, then the two-headed king. But it isn't about what we want to do or following instructions. It's about what he just said. We are destined to take a certain path. If we wish to continue our perilous descent, I'm sure we have to go that way. So,
well, be my guest if you think
I will. And then I walk past into this alcove here.
Okay. I love this interaction because the two of you are like debating and you're like, well, fine, maybe I will go look.
Jewel just like walks.
Yeah, like at this distance you can't really see, like it looks like a corridor.
I go to the wall.
At this distance it's like 10 feet.
Yeah, I know, but standing 10 feet away from a wall and standing next to the wall are two different things. So Rin, you take that next step, and the floor opens up underneath you.
Of course, it does.
And you fall.
A perilous descent.
You take a perilous descent to the bottom of a pit.
Awesome.
So you take, let's see, take some bludgeoning damage as you.
So that's
fall.
what we couldn't see.
So
the floor.
You take you take 6 damage from the fall, and then another.
Super tetanus.
Another 4 damage from the spike. So all told, it turns out pretty okay. You fall, let's see, you fall 30 feet into a spiked pit, and you manage not to impale yourself on any of the spikes. And you find that you are not alone at the bottom of this pit. There's a dead goblin lying here as well. Yeah, there's a goblin, and the goblin has a spike like up under his chin and then through the top of his head. His body is mostly decayed. His gear lies nearby. You were not impaled; you got scraped by a spike, and you turn your head, and there's this big metal spike right next to it that you very easily could have landed on, but you're doing okay.
Oh,
you're just hurt and at the bottom of a 30-foot pit.
30-foot pit.
Yeah, 30 feet deep.
Jules got rope, so and 8 strong.
Adam, can I check for any secret passages down here?
Yeah, of course.
Because that would be just the kind of shit.
I snicker as a free action.
Okay. Yeah, you get up and like brush yourself off. You get a little bit of ache. Like all told, I rolled so bad on the damage that it wasn't a bad fall. Yeah, make an investigation check. Okay. There does not appear to be any kind of secret door down here. The goblin has a scimitar, a short bow, and 9 arrows. And around the goblin's neck, there's a string. And then the string goes through a hole punched in a shriveled, what looks like a big prune, maybe. It's all black. It's like long and black and kind of bent in the middle. It's about like this big, kind of like dried fruit or something on a string around its neck.
All right. I guess that's interesting looking, I suppose. More so than the weapons and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to take a look at that.
Okay.
That old necklace.
Yeah. On one side of the shriveled object, you see like a flat, like smooth section. And it takes you a second before you realize what you're looking at is a blackened thumb.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Probably don't need to take that. I like look up, I'm all right. Just need a rope or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grab it. My backpack and just because I'm interested, I like throw it first at the far wall.
Right, to see if it like goes through or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it just hits the wall and falls down into the pit, and then Rin, you can use it to climb up.
And so I do.
Okay. All right. You can hear a faint ticking sound as you're pulled up out of the pit, coming from the edges of the pit. So the floor dropped out in 2 even panels, and you can hear like a faint like ticking noise, like a clock.
Yeah, it'll reset.
Because it'll reset the trap.
Yeah.
I climb up as quickly as possible and get ready to get out of this pit.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you climb up out of the pit.
I could just pull you.
So I assume. So I get to the top and I'm like, I assume maybe not directly south then.
Why don't we finish exploring this area? I'm sure eventually somewhere south is a relative concept. Maybe they mean south of the north.
No, it's not.
No, but wait, do we live on a flat Earth? Or...
No, it's a sphere. It's definitely a sphere.
So if we just keep going north, eventually you become south of yourself.
Jewel, you realize you can climb on walls, right?
Jewel just starts walking off in the other direction. But yes, wait, why are you talking about me climbing on walls?
If Rin was so determined that she nearly fell to her death, then perhaps some more investigation is in order.
I threw the rope. It didn't do anything.
Oh yes, because a rope and a humanoid hand are exactly the same.
Do you want me to look closer at the wall, Rin?
I have a feeling that trap was exactly what it was supposed to do, doing exactly what it was supposed to do, and that we need to go further south through different passageways.
Or the man just wants to kill everyone who enters his dungeon.
That also sounds possible.
There was enough
You and him would probably get along.
There was enough strange information that I think there's something there.
Halaster, you're getting the impression, Rin, that Halaster, if he wanted to kill you, you'd be dead by now. Like, he would just use his magic to destroy you. He definitely seems to have engineered or built this place to, like, toy with the people that have come down here.
That's not a goblin.
What's not a goblin?
That.
Where? No.
That was like the Grick.
Yeah, the dead Grick up here. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I just hadn't seen it before because I couldn't see as far as everyone.
Yeah. So when you come around the corner at the mouth of this tunnel, again, you see the two dead goblins that you didn't create. They were dead before you got here. And it looks like they lost their life fighting this Grick that is also riddled with arrows.
Is there anything in this alcove?
No, just the edge of a tunnel.
And Jewel.
If I'm remembering correctly, there was a smaller tunnel behind that disgusting beaked creature.
Yeah. Do we want to go down that or finish looking at this arch?
My guess would be there's more of those tunneling.
Maybe Mage should go first.
Or we could continue investigating this room.
I would like to go around the...
I'm like peeking from behind my zombie and my skeleton.
I want to see if it joins up or if it doesn't.
Oh, you want to check the archway?
Yeah.
Jewel will follow behind 8.
Okay.
Go 8, go.
Okay. Yeah, so you're scoping out the curved hall there.
I'm gonna hang out here with the corpses.
All right. So Jewel and 8, the hallway, as anticipated, the hallway does seem to curve gently all the way around, leading back to where you were before.
Okay. And when we get back there, are the corpses still there?
Yes.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. You walk up the side of a cylinder. When you come around the other side, you're in another dimension. No, you're fine.
Okay.
What's the point of a hallway that just curves into another hallway? What's the point of this whole like obelisk thing?
Architecture.
This mad mage. I don't.
He was a mad architect first, then got kicked out of architecture school, and then he became a mad mage.
Oh no, getting kicked out of architecture school.
I think we should go this way when our friends come back.
Listen, it's not like he's the chancellor of Waterdeep or anything.
I was gonna say.
Okay. All right. So you could try to squeeze through this tunnel and head back that way.
How thin does it get?
I mean, you can see as far as you can see into it. It narrows to about like 4 feet or so, where you have to kind of like squeeze through.
By all means, we could empty the Grick nest for these goblins who are now dead, or we could explore the actual carved out hallway that remains that we've not yet gone down.
I stand there like almost impossible for me to move because of the width of my metal shoulders. Now you want me to turn around.
You're the one that just barged ahead. Anyway, I turn around.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you could fit. You could definitely fit if you wanted to, but it would be a squeeze to get through there. Yeah. Chunks of stone just falling off your shoulders.
I just want to see where that goes before we choose a different portion of the dungeon to explore, right?
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think?
Sure.
I'm okay with that.
I think south.
Okay. Down this sort of diagonal tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's not diagonal for you; it's straight, but it curves diagonally away from the sort of central hub of this obelisk room. So yeah, go ahead and
My skelly boy and everyone's following me.
yeah, go ahead and head down that way. And when you get to within sight of it, you can see that the hallway takes a 45-degree turn in the other direction.
Perhaps this is just going around that pit of spikes.
Let's do something for ease of understanding. When you are traveling, by default, so I'm not just like you run into an encounter, something happens, and the tokens are where they are, because I know everybody's moving at slightly different speeds.
Yeah.
What is your normal intended? I love these two words together. Marching order. So assuming that a hallway is 2 characters wide, what is who is in the front, and what do you? Yeah.
I'm also assuming, are we using passive wisdom or perception for most of this?
Yeah. I'm
the highest passive perception.
My passive perception is 14.
So is mine.
Okay.
Is either 8's or Rin's higher? No.
Nope.
Then Jewel will probably be up front because Makaria would never be up front.
Nope.
So Jewel will do a lot of the quiet sneaking. So I imagine she'll stay 10, 15 feet ahead of people.
Okay. All right. So Jewel is, let's see, let's call it 10 feet ahead.
Yeah, say 10 feet.
Okay. And then 10 feet back from you. Who's the next in the order?
Me.
Okay.
Strong
8.
boy.
Okay. I'm going to put the letter E and not the number 8 because I'll get confused otherwise. Okay. And then who is standing next to 8?
A skeleton?
The skeleton or the zombie?
The skeleton, because the zombie's slower.
Okay. And then directly behind 8?
Probably me.
Okay. Is Rin behind the skeleton?
Huh?
Who's behind the skeleton?
Me.
Makaria? Okay. And then
That's
where's the zombie? Behind Rin
The zombie's
or Makaria?
behind me.
Taking up the rear.
Okay. All right. So
I've got a zombie skeleton sandwich going on.
You do. Yes. Okay. So it's like all right. So 8 and then this, so the skeleton is kind of in the right place. Okay. Yeah, I see how that works. So you're a diagonal version of it right now with it would actually be like that. And Rin, you would be like there if we're doing the diagonal version. Okay, perfect. And then Jewel, you're a little further ahead. Okay, cool. So the hallway takes a 45-degree angle turn back towards the southeast and continues so far as you can see before turning south down here.
Jewel plans to keep going until someone tells her otherwise or something else tells her otherwise.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, you continue on down the hallway, and I'll tell you when you spot something that might stop you. So go on ahead down that hall. You see that it curves, or it doesn't curve, but it takes an angle around the corner, and then at the far end, fairly quickly, you can see a door.
She'll stop when she sees the door.
Okay, yeah, there's a door at the end of this hallway after about 50 feet of hall.
Shall I see if it's trapped?
I think that would be wise.
All right.
Probably smart.
She will carefully walk up to the door.
Okay.
And then look for traps.
Nice.
With her good investigation. Sort of.
Okay. There's the door appears to be a mundane door with
door looks totally fine.
No unusual structures.
She'll probably wait until 8's next to her and be like, "Are we ready to open the door?"
Doing my best. I'm trying to get her.
Okay. All right. So
I'm gonna start button mashing in a minute.
Okay. So 8 follows up. Yeah, you see the Jewel is standing by, just like a plain wooden door. You've seen its like many times on this level of the dungeon.
Yep. What?
Jewel opens the door.
Okay.
And 8 holds up his shield and gives her the go ahead.
All right, great. So you reach out, you open the door. The door swings open, revealing beyond a fairly large room. And in the center of the room, if you enter into it, I will tell you what you see. So in the middle of this room, there is a pit, much like you saw at the end of that hallway. There's a 10-foot by 10-foot pit in the center of the room. Let's see, the wall on the west side is carved with an elaborate cross-section map. You can clearly see at the top of the map, it appears to be, you're looking at it from the side, so you can see what is clearly Mount Waterdeep and the City of Splendors at the very top of the map. And stacked below it, you see 23 hollowed out dungeon levels underneath. Three features stand out. Next to the third level is a relief carving of a flaming skull. Next to the 16th level is a comet. And next to the 23rd level, the very lowest level, is the relief carving of a tower with a tiny rune engraved above it. And that takes up like the whole west wall. There is a 10-foot by 10-foot pit in the middle of the room.
This pit goes somewhere.
I would like to look into the pit.
Okay. There is somebody at the bottom of the pit.
Are they dead?
Maybe.
I say, are you dead?
They look up. So down at the bottom of the pit, you can see there is a human. Probably they're 30 feet away at the bottom of the pit. A man. He is. He's wearing, I think, chainmail. Let's take a quick look. Leather armor.
He sees a zombie, a skeleton, and a half elf look down at him.
So he's wearing leather armor. He has no weapons. And he is sitting at the bottom of the pit, just like leaned against the wall. And when you say, "Are you dead?" he looks up, and he it looks like he tries to talk, and you hear like a pained like noise come from his throat.
It sounds like not yet. There's someone not yet dead down here. I'd say to the rest of the group.
Help them out.
What if they deserve to be dead?
Then you'll kill them.
And he slowly gets up. He gets to his feet and he like brushes off the dust and he looks up and he says, "Please, a rope, a ladder, anything."
And what will you do for us?
And he squints at you and he looks at your zombie and your skeleton friends. And he says, "Aye, that's how it's to be, is it? I know things about this dungeon, necromancer. Things I can share with you if you help me out."
Doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Well, I'm not hauling him out of this. 8?
Hold on.
While they're doing that, Jewel wants to take a look at this door.
Yeah, I'm checking this south wall.
Can I I guess take a closer look to see if he has any weapons? You said that
you can't take a closer look at any part of him. He's
right.
30 feet away at the bottom of a pretty shady pit.
That's true.
Okay, so everybody, there's a bunch of things going on at once. So during this turn, Jewel, you want to investigate the door. Okay. 8, you want to investigate the south wall.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Rin, what are you doing?
I think the map, Adam. You said there was like a
Oh, you want to examine the map?
Yeah.
The big map. So you're over here by the wall.
On the western wall, yeah.
Yeah, scoping out the. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, we'll go around. So Jewel, go ahead and make an investigation check.
24.
It appears to be a regular type of a door. It is safe to open. Okay. 8. How about you? How about you do your?
Okay.
8 is just like thunk 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 thunk. It's a wall. There's a wall here. It's holding up the ceiling.
Seems good.
Okay. And then Makaria, what are you doing? Are you just taunting this dude? Are you talking to him more?
Yes.
Okay, let's let Rin. Rin wants to make a roll, and then if you want to keep
yeah, I'll do a perception or an investigation.
Let me take a look. It might call for a specific thing if you want to learn more. Yeah. Make an investigation check.
Investigation?
Yeah.
Okay. This is not my best check. 10.
Okay. The skull, the comet, and the tower are buttons. You can press them. Like they'll if you push them, they'll sink into the wall.
I look over at Jewel and I say, "This map has buttons on it. Like we could press."
Jewel looks back and just I think she doesn't say anything. She's like, "You want me to push the buttons, don't you?"
No, I'm just wondering if you might understand the mechanism. If it were magic, I might be able to ascertain something, but it.
Sure, I'll take a look at it.
Okay.
Meantime, seeing that 8 is not currently lowering a rope down to this guy, I say, tell me one thing that would make it worth the effort to drag your sorry corpse up 30 feet.
This sorry corpse has a bit of life yet left in it.
Yes, well, that could be remedied.
If you help me up out of the pit, I can tell you what I know about the other levels of Undermountain.
You already said that.
He nods and he says, otherwise you can blindly go into the dark if you'd prefer.
I meant for you to prove that you had information.
I'll tell you what I know as soon as you let me out.
Yes, well, I could leave you to rot.
Aye, you could, and my fate would be the same now as it was before you came in the room.
True.
Are you a king?
There's a pause. He looks like, oh, you're not alone, necromancer. Or you've trained some zombie to speak. No, friend, I'm not. Unfortunately. Elsewise, my heralds and assistants would have carried me out of this place. No, I'm a cleric.
You don't have 2 heads.
Wait, a cleric of who?
He squints at you. No god you'd have any respect for, I imagine.
We should let him die.
Lathander. It's Lathander.
He doesn't look like a Lathanderite.
Can I?
Oh, he's not praising the sun.
So he just stands up.
I'm asking him.
Yeah.
How many heads do you have?
I've just the one, as is usual.
I thought we might have to look to his left if he was a king. I was thinking.
I understand why you asked the questions. Yes.
Very smart, 8. But we don't have you down here for your brain.
You neither, thankfully.
Somewhere in Intellect Devourer is like, that's what you think.
Listen, friend, I'm going to throw a rope down. I lean over, again, because I'm on the other side there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to throw a rope down. Just hold on to it and we'll pull you up.
He nods.
Don't listen to her too much.
Thank you.
Throw the rope down.
Okay.
And try and get him to climb up it.
Okay.
Any funny business, and we will kill you.
So you start to pull him up into the light, and as he gets closer, you can see he's weak, right? He's kind of shaky, and as you pull him up, you can see that he has slightly pointed ears. He's probably a half elf of some kind, but the usual, it's hard to tell what kind of half elf he is, because where you would normally expect to see a golden tan or the sort of light blue across his cheekbones of a sun or a moon elf, this man, his skin is sallow and gray. He looks sick. His eyes seem to have lost color. His hair is lank and greasy, and he doesn't look well.
He's probably gonna die.
And as you pull him up out of the pit, he stands and he stretches and he says, "Well, thank the gods for you."
Can I see from what he's wearing anything about his god that he wouldn't tell me?
No, he's not wearing any particular like religious symbol, or you can't see a holy symbol hanging around his neck or anything.
How long were you in the pit for?
He shakes his head and he looks past Rin. This is the first time he's seen Jewel. He says, "Too long.
How did you stay alive?"
Prayer, I imagine. Luck. A little fortitude.
How did you get down there?
He fell, of course.
But why?
And he turns to you, Makaria, and he says, "Actually, I didn't fall. I was tossed down there. I used to belong to an adventuring company. The Fine Fellows of Daggerford. Fine fellows indeed. We were on our way back up from level 2. And one of them stabbed me in the back. I woke up in that hole."
You were stabbed.
Jewel like pointedly looks at Makaria.
Yeah, and he reaches back towards his kidneys and he says, "We were walking down the hall, and Kellen was ahead of me, Copper, Midna, and Rex behind, and then a sudden pain and darkness, and I woke up in this hole."
A man who can be stabbed and thrown 30 feet down into a pit for uncounted days and yet not be dead. Well, maybe your prayers were worth something after all.
I like how Rin, you're like, "I just fell 30 feet down into a hole and was stabbed like 10 minutes ago. I'm fine."
You weren't stabbed, though.
Yes, the stabbing just came at the bottom of the pit. You were definitely stabbed at the bottom of the pit.
I thought you said scratched. I thought you said it was scratched.
Yeah, but still, like, yeah.
A scratch is just a light stabbing.
Yeah, it's just a stabbing on the surface.
Minor stabbing.
Yeah. And he says, "They took my weapons. They took my holy symbol. They took my shield. The bastards left me my clothes, but I think that's because they thought I was dead. I woke up in the hole, and I prayed. I prayed for something, anything to come and get me out of there. And well, here you are."
Yes, well, I did not get any directive from a god to come save you, if that's what you think.
Everything that happens is the domain of the gods, whether you recognize it or not.
So, who are you a cleric of?
And he looks at you and he says, "Joaquin."
Sorry.
Don't lie to me.
Do you want to make an insight check?
Yes. Don't lie to me.
He does not appear to be lying to you.
Well,
Usually Joaquin pays people well enough not to stab them in the back.
And he just looks at you like, "All right."
Are you attempting to gain anything with your taunting Makaria? He has information.
This is just who I gain.
Then stop. We will have a useful conversation. You can do another thing.
We just saved his life, and I can't taunt him a little bit.
It turns out, in my experience, that saving someone's life doesn't really mean much in the end. The number of times I brought Rex back from the brink, you'd think he would have done something. Or maybe he did. Maybe he's dead too.
Possible.
It doesn't matter now.
Right. So, why don't you tell us what you know about the dungeon, and I'm gonna check out these buttons. Jewel will investigate.
the wall.
Okay.
Can I like?
I'm only gonna push the button.
I mean, I don't know if she would. Like, he's real sick, and I wonder, like, if I could make a medicine check on from a distance to be like, is he gonna like collapse and die right now?
Yeah, you can definitely eyeball him.
Okay, I'm just gonna like be like, up, down, up, down.
Okay.
26.
All right. So here's some stuff. Jewel. It's a wall. It's very nicely carved.
Cool.
There's some buttons on it. You could push them if you wanted to.
Yeah, she does.
Makaria. So this dude, he's got like kind of gray skin,
he looks real bad.
A sallow effect. You're like eyeballing him while he's talking to Rin, and you notice he doesn't appear to be breathing. And the normal place where you would see someone's like pulse, like in their neck, there's no pulse.
There's like she's like cocking her head to the side and then a slow smile. And I have just a double check. Can I occasionally sense the presence of undead?
Yeah.
Oh,
he's definitely undead. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely, 100%.
Just wanted to double check.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You recognize him as being, whether he claims to be a cleric of Joaquin or not, he has definitely been touched by the greasy hand of Merkel. So anyway, Jewel, did you want to push a button?
Greasy hand.
Just fucking, he's Cheeto dust
Jewel
all
wants
over
to push
it.
a button.
She's been playing Fortnite for the last 18 hours nonstop.
Holy shit! I hope you at least got one chicken dinner.
Yeah, I think Jewel's like, it looks safe, and then she just pushes the flaming skull.
The skull? Okay, so the conversation, whatever else is going on, is interrupted by a loud voice, a disembodied voice that fills the room and says in common, "Gate access to Skullport disabled."
She pushes the next one, which is the comment.
Boop, beep. It says, "Gate access to Stardock from level 16 only."
And then she'll push the last one.
"Gate access to Halaster's Tower from level 23 only."
Wow. Very useful for now.
Maybe useful on our way back if we can find out what's stopping it from being accessible.
Hey, Bryn.
Huh.
Yes.
Can you come over here a moment?
Sure.
The two of you like go off to the other side. So 8, do you want to ask questions of this dude?
Yeah, just like, so what's on the second level? What stuff did you kill?
He says we didn't have an opportunity to explore too much of the second level. And we thought we would come back and unload some of the loot that we had. The next level is just crawling with goblins. I think that it used to belong to one of Halaster's apprentices. They followed or worshipped him. But we never saw hide or hair of him. We found some treasure and we were heading back. We had a map. Midna had a map. Level 3. And we were going to go and get some rest and then come back, but I suppose they didn't want to give me my share. If you could find them, you could find their map. It'll make exploring Sargoth a lot easier.
That is level 3.
He nods. Last stop between here and Undermountain, or between here and Skullport, and he gestures at the map on the wall.
We need to go there for something. I don't remember what it was.
A crown of thorns.
No, it wasn't. It's horns, not thorns. You don't worship Jesus.
Oh, right.
That would be a different cleric entirely.
Yeah, completely different cleric. Though both really interested in bringing the dead back to life. So he says, I would have expected my friends to go up back to Waterdeep, but I think after they dropped me in this hole, they turned back around and went down for a second try. And he just kind of trails off.
Would you like to take your revenge upon them?
And he looks at you, and he doesn't smile, but you feel like a deep, like, sense of intent. And he nods slowly, and he says, "Nothing would please me more." And you can see he's making like fists kind of unconsciously. Meanwhile, Rin and Makaria over in the corner.
Now I know that I am don't make friends easily, but that man's a revenant. And I would like to study him.
Wow.
So if you could, I don't know, do what you do with the talking.
Let's count down the ways you've already fucked this up. Threatening him.
I didn't know.
Leaving him in the pit until he said something useful. Generally taunting him. Having zombies follow you around. Just generally. I just like counting it off on my fingers as I go down like the list of things you've already done wrong.
How am I supposed to know that?
Perhaps, I say quietly, interrupting. Next time we meet someone who you don't know and have no idea what they are capable of or what they are, and you'd like to be interested in that, maybe you shouldn't fuck it up immediately. So, no, I'm not going to help you. You can convince him on your own if you want to touch him with your creepy necromancing hands. And that's what he thinks of you. I know that you want to know these things. I know that you're just, well, no, you are horrible. But maybe you should front a little better than horrible next time.
We're in a dungeon. Do you think we're going to run into polite company?
A dungeon full of things that you'd like to be interested in, like revenants, for example. I say like...
I look at my like zombie behind me, and like I look back to the guy, and I'm just like...
I think we should take you with us.
I think we should all...
Why is that, 8?
Because he wants to kill the adventurers and they have a map, and we should have that map as well, and he'll help us kill them.
Sounds fair.
As much as this horrible man disgusts me, I agree.
He just scowls at you, and he turns to you, 8, and he says, "Thank you." He like just looks at his hands. He's like, "They took my mace.
Oh, I have a mace for you, undead man."
You're like, "Here, take this one. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this."
That's a bad idea.
I do.
You're right, but 8 doesn't know that, so...
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I've been exposed to that because everyone made very careful to keep it from me.
Big chalice mace. I go to hand it over to him.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. He takes it. And he holds it and he looks and he says, "A fine weapon."
Not really. It's a backup of a backup. But this javelin as well. I looked for a month for a sword, and I found this. And I found a halberd. I don't even get bonus damage with this halberd.
I found a sword. It's pretty great.
And he takes it and he says, "Well, cast off or otherwise, I appreciate it. I didn't." And he like looks at the group of you. Who are you?
There's a sting, and then we say, "We're the dungeon fuckers."
Bam! Title card. Awesome. Yeah. So 8. He's asking you particularly.
Oh, I'm 8. Who are you?
He says, Haleth Gark.
Interesting. You can't cast your spells until we find you a Could you use a coin?
What?
He chuckles and he says, well, every gold dragon is sacred to Joaquin. It's not quite sacred in the right way.
Oh, you mean like he can't cast a spell without a holy symbol?
I need a sigil of my god prepared by the church.
Right.
We could return to the surface to get it, but I fear we'd lose my friends down below.
Are we close to the entrance to the second level in that case?
And you see there's a look of sort of like pain that passes over his face. And he says, I fear whatever they did to me, I've lost some of my memory. I know.
I open my eyes very wide, but keep my mouth very shut.
You're going to think I'm a bit mad. Or maybe just that being in that hole for so long has done something to my mind, but I swear I can feel them below us. It's like an itch in my mind.
It should prove useful, I suppose.
And he looks at the wall. He looks at the wall over here that you were examining before, and he says, I sound a fool, I'm sure, but it's that way.
I knew it. And I go back over and I just start like touching the wall.
Just like, start fucking wall. Okay.
Do we want to repress all those buttons that made the voices say things about gates being closed, or
just keep pressing them in different orders and make like a really cool
remix? the gate. Yeah.
Gate.
I mean, because it said the gates were closed.
He Haleth shakes his head and he says to you, Makaria, he says, there are ways to travel around the dungeon, but it looks like they're all locked now. This map, I think it used to be able to take us below, but Halaster's made a change, done something to it. There's another gate west of here, shaped like a mirror.
One with a Ponzi wizard on it.
He nods, and he says, our spellcaster thought that if we had the right key, it would open the way, but we couldn't make it do anything.
I was going to break it.
So wait, how did you get down there then? Through this wall?
He kind of shakes his head and he says,
It's an illusionary wall. Hit it with a sword.
I only remember bits and pieces of the journey back. Mostly pain. Days in this hole. But the way down is somewhere beyond this wall. I'm sure of it.
Jewel will roll an investigation.
Yeah, if the two of you want to co-investigate this wall.
Yeah. I can
Help.
I can roll it? Okay. Yeah, 24.
Fuck yeah. All right. Well, as promised, you find on this wall there is a secret door whose latch is clear and obvious.
Secret tunnel.
Yeah, and if you want, you can just push the stone that opens the door.
Yeah. Just like, hey, you didn't see this earlier?
All right. So you push the button, and beyond, the wall slides away, revealing a secret tunnel to the south. And so with Haleth-Gark in tow, the Forgotten Realms, with Haleth-Gark in tow, you can head down through this secret way. But first, we're gonna take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Haleth-Gark.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dungeon of the Mad Mage. You have a new friend. His name is Galeth Hark.
I love him.
It was Haleth Gark.
Faleth Snark. Yeah, his name is Forgotten Realms' ass name. And now...
Good old Mr. Gark.
Now he's with you. Yeah, he's a member of the Haligarchy. So, there is a tunnel.
Haleth Gark is very close to Halaster.
Yeah, my name is Halastra.
My name is Gwanda.
Halastard. Hal, that's me. Yep. So you dragged him. You dragged him up out of the pit, and and now you've given him. And you know what? I did a little looking, and I couldn't figure out. I don't know what happens if a revenant attempts to attune to a Mace of Disruption. I think it's fine. I think he could. If you gave him a short rest, I think he could use it. He just have to be very careful not to poke himself with it, because then he would get disrupted.
Okay.
But I think he can still attune to it. There was nothing in the rules that says that a giraffe can't play football, so I think he'll be okay. So ahead of you, there is this winding stone tunnel, and let me see if there's like a description for this particular tunnel. Yes. Okay. So the floor of this tunnel is dusty, and there are multiple humanoid footprints in the dust, suggesting that a lot of traffic passes through this area.
It's the path down to level 2.
Onwards and downwards.
It doesn't actually seem to go down. It goes south, but like it's not a. Yeah, it's not.
South is down.
South is mapped down, but it's not like physically down.
8 and Jewel are heading down the hallway, and I look over to Haleth, whatever his name is.
His name is Haleth.
After you.
He squints at you distrustfully, and then follows your friends into the tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
So this tunnel ends not too far along with a clear another secret door. But this one is much more obvious because you're standing on the back side of it.
Is it?
We'll attempt to open the secret door.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You don't have to roll anything. You can just open it. Would you like to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
My token is not moving, so give it a sec.
You open the door. And when you do, 8, your light shines out into the next room, and what you can see beyond. Let me give you a quick description of this area, and then I will tell you. I'll tell you what happens. So beyond where you're at, you can see a fairly large room. This room looks like at some point there were people that like hung out in here. So again, you can see. I think probably like over in the corner over here, you see like a stool, and there's some miscellaneous trash in this room. You can see the edge of a statue here that you can't really like make out any additional detail of. You have to get around it to look. And at the base of the statue, and perhaps most alarmingly, at the base of that statue, there is a cluster of fungus right around here that when your light shines on it, it begins to emit a terrible shrieking noise. Just this like high pitched, like warbling shriek coming from the mushrooms down at the base of the statue. And it's echoing off the walls, and you're like, ugh, like it's the skeleton and the zombie obviously are unaffected, but it's making this terrible noise.
Shoot. Turn my little light off.
Yeah. Okay. You are now standing in the darkness.
I don't know how to go through this room now, but I figured I would make it stop yelling.
Thank you. Jewel will, I think, like puts her little toe bean paws behind like 8's forearm and like leads him into the room, and then like puts him against like with his back to a wall, probably like right here-ish maybe, or like somewhere around here, to make him someone be like, stay there while we check the room.
Yeah, 8. It's very disorienting because you can just hear this like loud shrieking noise.
And it's still happening?
Oh yeah. And then you close the thing, right? You close it. Now it's dark. The shrieking echoes one last time and goes quiet. You can still kind of hear a ringing in your ears. And now you're in the dark. So you trade one sense for another. Aleph presses on as well. I think that you can hear noise coming from over here. You can all hear like the sound of shuffling and footsteps and like the noise of the fungus has alerted something.
Right, it was some sort of alarm.
It was definitely an alarm. Yeah.
Well, obviously someone's been alerted to our presence, but 8 needs to see, and I would prefer not to have my ears assaulted by that noise. So can we rip those disgusting mushrooms off their, I don't know, the wall or something?
Yeah, if Jewel like slashes at one of them, does something happen?
You can make an attack roll. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, she'll stab them.
Okay.
13.
Yes. Yeah, you hit it.
She with
okay.
Weird damage with 10 damage.
Yeah, you just hack into the fungus and you chop it up. And it's just like destroyed. Just mushroom salad.
Let's see if that helps.
8, try again.
I put my lights back on.
Does it start screaming?
There is no mushroom remaining to scream.
So. Good. Well,
I can see again. So
I point to it was, you said it was over here, right? This noise.
Yeah.
I think that there are creatures coming from that direction. If you would like to murder them all.
If something's coming, I'm going to hide.
Okay.
I see.
You make a stealth check, and then a bunch of things happen.
Okay, stealth check first.
17.
Okay. So you attempt to hide, and then you hear from up here. You hear the battle cry of the goblin. You hear a shout and then the sound of many footsteps as goblins begin pouring out of the hallway here. So let's all roll initiative. You've triggered the goblin.
Let's do better.
The goblin attack.
Yeah.
And I'll 18. Pop up an initiative order here.
Oh, good work. 8.
All right, hang on. I just have.
Sorry.
I rolled for all my boys.
Okay, thank you. As chat can see, I have a lot of goblins to move. Okay, all right. So
kill goblins first, then bugbears.
Okay, goblins, and then as of course, yes, I'll roll bugbear initiative. Okay. All right, so 8. You hear the battle cry. You hear the battle cry of the goblins as they. Oh, and I gotta roll. Hold on, I gotta roll for. Hark the Herald Angel. Oh, good. He's last. Okay, so you hear shouting from up here, and here they come.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
They come.
I'm gonna go. So it can. All right, 30 feet here.
Okay.
And I think what I would really like to do is none of them are going to run up to me. So I'm going to stand here around the corner with my javelin out and hopefully do some bottlenecking because I'll be back around the corner and they won't all be able to shoot me because there are like 1 million of them.
Yeah, so you'd use move and then dash, right, to get that far?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you like come running up and get ready. Jewel, You, to the best of your knowledge, you are hidden. What are you gonna do?
She sees what 8's trying to do, and that does seem like a good idea. So she might. She has no idea of more coming from anywhere else.
This might need to be a ranged one for you. There are a lot.
I think from here, she'll try and stay hidden. She pulls out her bow.
Okay. All right. So you're going to put away your sword and your dagger and draw your bow. Okay.
She can see one of them, actually, so she's going to shoot it.
Okay. Yeah, do it.
Does she have advantage?
Yes, but that'll make it so you're not hidden again.
Yeah, but that's what bonus actions are for.
Okay. Pong. Yeah, you fire at the first one.
Yep.
Oof.
14.
Even with advantage, you miss. You fire. Your arrow bounces off the wall.
Bonus action. Hide.
Okay, go ahead and roll again.
19.
Nice. Okay, you were hidden again. All right. So let me see what their leaders, what they got going on. I think they just have, no, they have javelins. Okay. All right. So, Makaria, you hear roaring from this south hallway, and 2 bugbears come like rushing out with their weapons drawn. So they burst out of the south hallway and smash into your zombie and skeleton and just start like bashing at them. They're not going to get an attack this turn, but yeah, they will. We'll see. So then this guy from around here, same thing. I think he's just going to like rush out towards 8. There you go. Says Bugbear 8. A bugbear comes like running out into the room, weapon drawn to attack you. Rin, it is your turn.
Well, as usual, I have nothing even remotely useful that I can super do here. So we've got 2 bugbears to our south there. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
I guess I will viciously mock the bugbear fighting the zombie.
Okay.
Mockery.
Okay.
I call it a big furry dope.
Okay, good. Dave, real quick, what's the damage on a mace?
D6.
Okay. All right. I'm just setting up the mace for what's his name. It's not attuned right now, so it's just a mace. Okay. All right.
Probably does like more damage with his natural attacks, to be honest.
But he doesn't know that, so. Okay, so Bugbear needs to make a wisdom save. All right. Hey, dumbass. You're a dumbass. He gets a 6.
He is mocked for 4 psychic damage and advantage.
Okay, cool. You hurt his feelings and his hit points. Cool. Okay, and then you're going to stay where you are?
I am.
All right. Makaria's skeleton just has the order to follow Makaria, but you can go first if you want, Makaria.
Oh, right, because we rolled the same thing.
Yes, yeah. So you actually get to choose. Yeah.
I will say to my skelly and zombie boys, kill those disgusting creatures so they can become one of us.
Kill which disgusting creatures?
Well, these two.
Kill the bugbears.
Kill the bugbears.
Kill the bugbears. Okay, that's the order you're giving them.
Destroy the bugbears. Slay the bugbears.
Yeah, right. Sure. Not necessarily in that order.
Right.
Got it. Okay.
So that's my bonus action.
Okay.
And as my action, I think I'm going to cast my spiritual weapon behind the bugbear that's got the mark on it.
Okay. What were we using for your spiritual weapon?
Flaming skull.
That's right. Okay.
Flaming skull.
I'll find a good skull token for
Okay,
you.
well, a 23 I'm assuming hits.
It does. Yeah.
9.
Can I just show you? Well,
oh yeah, sorry. Spiritual weapon is a bonus action.
It is a bonus action.
Why can't I do a bonus action instead of action?
That's a cool token you got there.
Yeah, you like that?
Very lovely.
That cool drow. I'm just trying to find a skull. Hang on. Hey, here we go. Okay,
why
so
spiritual weapon? Why?
So you cast spiritual weapon. You rolled the dice, so that's what you did this turn.
Okay. Poor guys.
So they'll just stand there and I think
like
the one that if they get attacked, they'll fight back, right? Because we talked about that because they have no order.
Okay,
so
well then
the bugbears will
weapon.
go, and then so you've got.
I cast spiritual weapon. My spiritual weapon appears behind the bugbear with the red dot on it. It hits it for 9 force damage, and then I toll the dead.
Okay, hang on.
Because that's a regular action.
Okay.
For maybe 8, maybe 0.
So spiritual weapon on this one.
Yeah, the one that's got the red.
Yeah, and then toll the dead. Okay, all right.
On the one that's been damaged.
Got it. Wisdom saved. I got a 19.
Okay, well, he is not furtherly damaged.
Okay.
And then my skeleton has not been attacked yet, so it's just like.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Goblin time. So the first thing that happens is the goblins that are able to pour out of the hallway until there is a goblin in every possible square around 8. The other goblins will use 30 feet of move. I think that's okay. That's all the ones that can move 30 feet and still. Oh no, this one can make an attack. But basically, I'm moving all the ones that can move and attack, and then I'll move the rest.
Okay.
The rest?
Oh yeah.
Right. There are a lot. I wasn't kidding. There's like 20.
So goblins just pour out of the hallway. It's like that scene in Fellowship where they're just like swarming out with their jagged swords. They pour all over 8 and start swinging and shrieking. Some of them have bows, some of them have swords. 4 of them can attack 8 with swords. So we'll start there. Okay. So 1. They don't have pack tactics or anything. I get a 22.
That one is a hit.
Okay.
No, it isn't. No, it's not.
That's why I was hesitating.
Cutting words.
Okay.
That shit. Blam.
Okay. All right. So it is reduced, so it doesn't hit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 1. Here's the second one. It's a 5. It's a miss. Here's the third one. 23.
I can't do it twice in a turn.
Right. Okay. 8. You take 3 damage. The fourth one with the scimitar gets 5 and misses. Okay. So they're all just like clambering over you and slashing at you with their weapons and shrieking. 3 of them shoot at you with short bows.
Okay.
2, 3. Okay. They all get 14 and they all miss.
Wow.
And then this one would shoot at Jewel, but he can't see Jewel from where he's standing. Okay, so now I just got to start moving the rest.
Jesus, sneaky.
Okay. Goblins have 30 move. Okay, good. All right, 1, 2. I have to move them outside of your attack range so they don't get an attack of opportunity, but they can do that.
They can disengage as a bonus action, right? Anyway.
Yes, that's true.
Too.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the technically sound decision to not get shot by all of them at the same time, but I do still feel like that's a lot of goblins.
Yeah.
I'm really wishing I had like any way to do anything.
Don't have a single AoE spell between us, huh?
All right. Is that all the goblins? Did I move them all?
Closest I can do is killing 2 a turn.
Yeah, I mean, same.
Okay. All right. So goblins, just so many goblins. Haleth looks at what's going on because I think, does he not have sight? Poor guy. I gotta give him sight here. There you go, buddy. So Haleth takes a look and sees, and he's like, "Oh, wow, that's a lot of goblins." Okay. And he like shakes his head and he steps out. And when he does, Rin, you notice him like turn as if he's heard something. And he like looks over his shoulder down in this direction and he seems like confused for a minute and then he shakes it off and then charges towards the goblin horde, and he just throws himself in behind his new friends. There you go. Okay, 8. It is your turn. There is 1 bugbear and a shit ton of goblins.
Wow, that guy's just getting in the thick of it, isn't he?
I just stab in random directions as fast as I can.
Okay.
All right, let's kill some goblins. 1 down.
Okay.
Take number 2.
Okay.
Hang on. What's my minimum damage? Minimum damage is 9.
Okay, so if you hit, you kill. So just stab, and just goblin blood spraying all over you. You're surrounded by lesser foes. This probably actually feels pretty good for 8.
Probably, yeah. I already used my bonus action up against the Carrion Crawler.
Yeah, your action search.
What's it called? Action search.
Whatever that thing is.
4,000 hours of 5e, and I'm just like, what's that one thing that fighters do? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Bonus actions. I pushed the bugbear over just because I hate it.
It doesn't have to be a target that you attacked with your attack action.
Nah,
nice. Okay, yeah, do it.
Just push him over.
Number to beat is 5. So that's cool.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
All right, so you swing your weapon out, and it knocks the bugbear prone. He gets knocked on his ass.
Yeah, I don't think the turn order is such that anybody gets any use out of that, but
yeah, he'll just get up. Jewel, it's your turn.
Just do it because I felt like it.
No, I can get use out of that.
Mm-hmm.
So Jewel is going to she's going to move, and then she also has to use her feline agility, and she's going to get up next to this bugbear.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you coming in? Okay,
just jump on.
Yeah,
him.
You know what? She can't kill 2 a turn with a bow.
It's true.
So she's gonna do it.
Okay.
She gets
It's
up
okay.
next
The
to
story is you embrace the death that is coming.
And you know what? Kari's
So
not
you
gonna
have
fucking kill her till she goes
you have
down.
your bow. You just like throw your bow aside and run, like draw your weapons.
She'll drop it down.
Draw 1.
Yeah, so you can draw 1 of your 2 weapons. I assume it's cricket.
Yeah, she'll draw the short sword. And she will take advantage of the fact that this bugbear is prone.
Yep.
Well,
he's prone and you're hidden, so it's just double advantage.
Double advantage. All of the advantages. And she's gonna stab him.
Oh yeah, you hit him. So you just leap out of the shadows and stab him
for 26 damage.
Almost kill him. You stab him in the chest. And he's like, he grabs the sword, yanks it out of his chest. This big spurt of blood. Cool.
That's her turn.
And that's your turn. All right, the bugbear you just stabbed. I think you stab him, and actually he grabs your wrist, and he does that like badass thing. He like pulls himself up, and then yanks the sword out of him, and then swings at you with his weapon. So here comes the Morning Star. Oh dear. He gets a 17.
That hits me by 1.
Okay.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Cutting words.
All right, go ahead.
Have you had a turn? You haven't had a turn yet.
Haven't I?
No, this is before you. Yeah, this is still the same rotation, so you can't do it again.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
well.
Oh, I guess I could have unarmed attack. Whatever. Too late. I don't know if I can do that because the unarmed attacks don't have any tags, so I don't think they count as a light weapon, which you have to have in order to do the bonus action.
Yeah, unarmed isn't. Yeah, I think that's how it is. But I guess we could check. Anyway, you take 15 damage from the.
I am going to
from the
half that damage with uncanny dodge.
Good call. Yeah. So you like slow-mo bullet time yourself back as this huge iron Morning Star like
mistakes were made.
Whistles
is it
through
8
the
or
air.
7 damage.
It's always rounded down.
Round down. Great. -7. She has 2 hit points left.
Okay. All right.
Lucaria is ready.
The other bugbears are roaring in anger. One of them takes a swing with disadvantage at the zombie. And with disadvantage gets a 20. Deals the zombie 17 damage. Okay. All right. And then the other one... Bugbears are pretty smart. The other one follows up with another attack against the zombie. Gets a 21. Hits it for 7. Would you like to make the saving throw, or do you want me to do it? Blue Jay, for the zombie.
Oh, this you can go ahead and make the saving throw. Sorry.
All right, that's okay. It is a DC 12, I think. Save, yeah, 5 plus the damage taken. All right, here we go. Con save, DC 12. Zombie gets 17, so it's still fine. It's got 1 hit point. All right, that's the 3 bugbears. Rin, it is your turn.
So, point of order, I can't remember if we've had a long rest. When we went back to resurrect our friend, did that count as a long rest?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all right, so I do have spells. So, healing word for our friend. Okay, you're giving me a face like I shouldn't do that.
I mean, you
all
can.
Right, I guess not healing word. You
can. I've just been waiting for Jewel to die for a while now.
All right, that's fair.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, how far can I get on my turn? Where's the rulers? Didn't things move?
No.
It was so long ago. 10, 15, 20, 25.
Like just the cluster of rulers that burst
So
out.
I can't get to her and cast Cure Wounds, but I can bonus action Spare the Dying. So it would be like,
I feel like it's kind of important that we have people on their feet stabbing goblins.
Jewel, you have this feeling that people are planning your funeral.
Yeah, I mean, you can heal her, but I feel like 1 hit she's going down either way.
That's not true. 2nd level healing word.
Okay.
It didn't roll very high. Actually, it only rolled 1d6. It should have rolled 2. Or no, it didn't.
It
Nine.
You got 2 ones.
It's all good. 9 healing.
Okay.
9 healing, and then
that's like 10 healing if you. I mean, 18 healing if you count the thing where she does the thing. So.
What?
Wait, what?
Yes.
What
Whatever Dave said.
So confused. And then I'm tempted to vicious mockery the bugbear in front of Jewel to see if I can snipe.
Yeah, bugbear's pretty messed up.
It has
Snipe
like
the kill.
1 or 2 hit points.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going for it.
All right. So the bugbear makes a wisdom save and gets.
Stealing my kill?
He gets a 5.
Yes.
And dies of shame.
Yes.
Got him.
Yeah.
Take that.
He runs out of steam and just.
Does his skull crack open?
Falls over. No, it does not.
Yay.
Oh, thank God. If we'd done that and we'd screwed up the order, that would have been bad.
And that's your turn, Rin, right? All right, Makaria.
Yep.
So my Zombo only has 1 hit point, right?
Yes.
And I can make more Zombos. There's 2 bugbears right in front of me. It's fine. I think I just they're just gonna keep defending themselves. That's their thing now because they've been attacked, right?
Yes. Yeah, they'll just fight the bugbears.
Okay, so I'll use my bonus action to spiritual weapon then.
Do it. You hit.
23?
Yep, you hit.
For 5 force damage on the bugbear in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will use my action to Toll the Dead on that same bugbear.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be, wow, good. 7 if it hits.
I got a 14.
Okay, so he takes 7 necrotic damage.
All right.
And then I will move.
Okay.
Oh, I'm using the ruler still. That's why I can't click on myself. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think I'm going to go by the wall. I'm just getting ready. I can see that Jewel's winding down, and I'm like, Curry's salivating with anticipation.
One thing worth noting now that you're all kind of moving into the room, you can see the statue a little better.
Yeah.
The statue is a deformed granite statue, life-size statue of a dwarf wearing a stone crown, a regal-looking dwarf with a stone crown. Sprouting from the king's neck is a deformed, mostly featureless second head with an elongated, toothless mouth.
Ah.
Oh,
He's
hey.
a king with 2 heads.
That's right, a 2-headed king. So, yeah, so that's your turn, Makaria. Skeletor.
Quick, super quick.
Yeah.
I don't think the zombie has a turn.
Oh, yeah, no.
Because it almost died.
Let me add him in here. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, just don't want to miss him having punches and all that.
Yeah,
no, totally.
got a 9, I think. Yeah. No. Zombie 13, Skelly 9.
Oh, you rolled but didn't have him selected. Okay.
Sorry. It's hard to
So
select.
the skeleton was supposed to be 9 and the zombie was 13. Oh, you rolled twice in quick succession without deselecting the skeleton. Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead. Do the zombie attack and then do the skeleton attack.
Okay. The Zombo just got a slam. 19 for 5.
Okay. Yeah, the zombie kills the one that it's fighting.
Sick.
Smashes him.
And then the Skelly boy is like, same thing on my guy, but I have a sword. And he gets an 18 for 8.
Nice. Okay. All right.
And I can't really see it because it's behind a thing, but I can feel that they're doing a good job.
Okay. Can you see? Okay, you. I think you have to be able to see your spiritual weapon to do stuff with it, and you can't currently.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
I used it before I went.
No, I know, but just for next turn, you can't command it unless you can see it.
Okay.
Okay. So the goblins, they hear one of the bugbears like shout as it goes down, and the goblins, they're continuing their shrieking battle cry. But you hear 8. You hear one of them like near the back. Shout something. Do you speak Goblin? Nobody does, right? Okay.
I do not know.
All right. So you hear him shout something that isn't just like shrieking bloodlust, and he shrieks it away from you, and then everyone hears a roar, but not just a single roar. You hear two different, like one low and one higher, like roar from the hallway beyond, and then it's met with another chorus of like loud, low, rumbled shouts. So yeah,
Do they have massive cats?
on your turn, 8, I gotta roll some more stuff. But first, goblin time. So let's just get you surrounded by goblins.
I'll replace the dead ones. Curry's gonna get punch.
Let's see, 30.
I don't like this.
And since they can disengage, they can all just kind of reorient. And I think all of them will get. Yeah, they're all within.
Oh, I shouldn't have done this.
They're all within 30 feet.
I regret all my decisions.
It was an interesting choice.
And I'm actually I'm gonna just take the goblins you've killed away and put them in another room so that we don't get the like buried.
Yeah, and then you can count them more easily as well
Exactly.
afterwards.
Well, this is not great.
I'm doing fine.
Wait, there's more?
Yeah, there were a ton in the hallway.
There are so many. I don't know how many times I have to say that.
I mean, we already had so many.
Okay. All right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Attack 8.
Okay.
All right. 13, 9. I got a 21, which is just barely a miss, right? So that's 3, 4. Okay, and the 5th one. All right, so no hits on 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gareth, or whatever his name is, Haleth, gets, let's see, 1, 2, 3 on him. 2, 3. Okay, he takes 10 damage.
That's sad.
Okay, so that's all of these ones, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 4 on Jewel and 4 on Makaria. So Jewel. All right, 15. Your AC is 17, right?
16.
16. Okay, so it's 1 miss. Okay, I got an 18.
Cutting words.
You're gonna cutting words that one. Okay.
Just because Jewel is the lowest health. So.
Aww.
Oh.
Oh, it's still a hit. 7 damage, Jewel.
Cool. And I use my reaction, so I can't.
And that was one that's 2 attacks on you, right? And then another 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the 3rd one, which is a crit for another 7.
Yep. Jewel goes unconscious.
Okay. So Sleepy Jewel. And then the 5th one will just attack Makaria. So here's 5 for Makaria. First attack is an 8. Second attack is a 21.
Okay.
It's 8 damage.
All right.
Third attack. Miss. Fourth attack. 15. What's your AC?
16.
16. Okay, that's a miss. And then the last attack is a 16 for 7 damage.
Ow.
Okay. Haleth Gark. It hurts. It hurts deeply. One of his new companions has just been knocked to the ground, and if only he were able to cast spells, he could bring you back. But he has no magic, and so can only instead swing out with his mace. He gets 2 attacks with the mace.
What happens in the adventure if you bring in a cleric of Joaquin and just give the thing to him and he realizes he can't use magic anymore?
He probably flips out. Yeah, he probably loses his mind and goes crazy. I mean, we'll find out. He doesn't know he's dead, right? Macaria knows he's a revenant. He thinks that he just got thrown in a pit. So he takes a swing with his mace. And the great thing is he's a cleric, so he probably thinks that his revenant vengeful tracker is just Joaquin being like, go get him, big guy. Right? Like he's totally confused. Okay, so he takes a swing at one of the goblins. The first swing is a miss. Second swing, also a miss. Damn, dude. If only you were attuned to this weapon. So he swings, the goblins dodge out of the way. He's trying to fight his way through the melee to get to Jewel. 8, it is your turn.
All right, while stabbing continues.
Yeah, and he gets...
okay, it's 1 dead goblin.
So...
Nope. That's 2 dead goblins.
Okay, do you have a preference for which ones?
Yes, I'm stabbing towards...
Right, you're carving out the middle?
Yep.
All right, so you hack down 2 more of the goblins. Excellent, okay. Jewel, can you make a death save, please?
I'll spare the dying on you on my turn.
Okay, it's not going great for Jewel.
It'll be fine.
The remaining Bugbear swings his Morningstar at the zombie. He gets a 6. Is that enough to hit this dumb zombie? Nope. The zombie just brings his arm up. The arm breaks in the middle of the arm, just smashes his arm, and the zombie's like, bah. Smack, smack, smack. And that's the only Bugbear. Rin, it is your turn.
I'm thinking maybe we want to kill this Bugbear, just because if we lose another flank, it might be bad. And you two, I know Macaria's hurt a lot.
I mean, I'm definitely you can see that I've got my shield up and my hand free, but I'm
you know what I'm gonna do?
Jewel when she goes down.
I'm gonna try and vicious mockery this goblin, this one right here.
The kind of middle one?
Yeah.
And the central goblin?
Yeah, I'm also gonna healing word at level 2, Macaria.
Okay.
So level 2 healing word first and foremost.
Wait,
if I what?
Can you healing word people who are down?
Yeah.
Macaria,
yep. But I can give her way more
so.
HP if I heal her when she's down.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're.
Yeah, I'm going for her next turn.
Getting rid of that one.
I'm trying to get rid of that one. Yeah. So 10.
Oh,
10
it's like
healing,
goblin chess.
10 healing for Macaria, then vicious mockery once more. Onto the mockery we go.
Die.
Damn it! It's only 4 damage.
Okay, so vicious mockery for that middle goblin.
Yeah.
He gets an 8 on his save.
So he takes 4 damage.
Ow! My feelings.
Ow, my feelings.
Ow, my feelings.
Yep.
Okay, so is that the rest of your turn, Ren? All right, I will use my bonus action to cast Spare the Dying on Jewel. Wow.
All right, Jewel. So you're prone and unconscious, but you're not dying anymore.
And then because I can't go into a space that is occupied,
you can literally not move.
I will hack at the fellow that's in between me and my lovely friend.
So the same one, the one that
Rin, I'm gonna toll him.
The one that Rin did the damage to?
I'm gonna point at him and say, "Get out of my way."
Okay.
Hope that he goes out.
He gets a 14 on his wisdom save.
So he takes 8 damage.
And he dies.
And then I
necrotize his internal organs.
I will take the area, because it's these two that are going to give me opportunity attacks.
Yes, because you'll stay in the range of 2 of them.
Okay, so I will take those opportunity attacks.
Okay, 1 is a, come on, give me some numbers. 15, and the second is a 5. So you're fine.
Nope. Okay, lucky.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yes, that is my turn. But next turn, I got you, Jewel. Okay. You're gonna have so many HP.
So the zombie makes a slam attack and crits for 10 damage.
Oh wow!
Come on and slam.
So so here's what happens. The bugbear swings his Morningstar down. The zombie puts his arm up. The Morningstar shears his arm off. It just shatters his arm just below the wrist. The zombie looks down at the broken bone sticking out and jams it in the bugbear's neck. The bugbear grabs the bone. It's like, and blood just sprays out of him. And then the skeleton follows up with let's see here. Follows up with a short sword.
A little sword, yeah.
This guy's even better than Zomboromir.
And then he gets 4 damage. He stabs him in the side. This bugbear's getting taken down by the undead.
Oh, I love them. They're doing so good together. They're like best friends. Well, they were bugbears, so.
Okay. So on the goblin's turn, you can hear over the din of the shouting, you can hear a low, like rumbling, like series of voices from around the corner, and then another goblin being like barking urgently. And I need to roll. Let's see if this is the right. I'm gonna make it because I don't know if these guys. Let's see. We'll make it DC. Make it DC 8.
Is a good option.
Okay. All right. So 1 and 2. Oh, perfect. Okay. So they're down at the bottom already. So
you know what? I want to tell you this, Blue Jay, as a player, if my character dies, you can turn them into a zombie.
Yes. You're not gonna die.
Okay,
but
so skeleton
if it happens,
I'm it's
awesome. The recycling. You know, it's
okay.
Listen, guys, it's not in the script that any of us die today. So
I didn't script dying today. So the goblin swarm. They swarm. So I'll move them all in to, as long as they're within melee range of somebody. Okay, we're good. Jesus, Makari, you were going to get fucked up this turn.
I could get lucky.
So we'll start with the goblins that are fighting 8. 3 of them on 8.
It will be my last cutting words this turn.
I got a crit on 8 for 11 damage.
So you guys know 6th level, I can turn crits into not crits.
Okay, so 8, you just take the 1 hit. Haleth Gark takes, let's see, 4 attacks? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. 2. Okay, that's 1 hit for 6. 3. Okay, that's a hit for 5. And then 4. Okay, that's another hit for 5. Okay, so Haleth is getting chopped up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on Makaria. Armor class 16, 30 hit points. Okay, here we go. First swing is a crit for 8. Second swing is a miss. Third goblin is a miss. Fourth goblin, a miss.
Okay, 1 sec. I was trying to adjust my HP and it wasn't. Oh, it did it on my character sheet, but not on the little bubble. Okay, it's fine. Continue.
Fifth goblin is a miss. And the final goblin is also a miss. You did get lucky. All right, so a lot of them bouncing off your armor. One of them stabs you, but the others.
I just have my shield up, and I'm like, ugh, turtle.
So your skeleton is already gone. So I just skipped over him.
Haleth, he's gone. Oh, he went his turn. Yeah. Got it.
Okay, so Haleth gets 2 attacks, and Haleth. I think, yeah, he's trying to get them off you. He sees you getting all fucked up, and he swings the mace and shouts hey, over here, and attacks the ones that are between the 2 of you. So 1 swing with the mace, which is a hit. He kills one. All right. So
it's about time.
Obliterates one of these goblins. And then he moves, which lets 2 goblins make attacks of opportunity on him. 1, which is a miss, and 2, which is also a miss. And then he swings again with his last attack. Swinging this, and the mace is all like heavy and clumsy because he hasn't had a chance to attune to it yet, and so he misses. So he lunges forward. It's overweighted and it swings past him.
I mean, he hasn't attuned to it, so he can't use its magic or whatever. But he still has proficiency with that weapon.
Yeah, but magic weapons, like they feel like clunkier in your hand if you're not attuned to them. Like they're described that way. It doesn't make any mechanical effect. He's still proficient, but it still sucks. It's built to be attuned. And if you're not attuned to it, it feels like uncomfortable. Anyway, give me 1 second. I need to check the movement rate on something here. Okay, 40.
It's the Metro Golden Mare lion.
Yeah.
It'll come in and just go like.
Okay, so good. You hear, I guess this is the thing, 8, you hear over the like high-pitched shrieking of the goblins, you hear boom, 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 like the pounding of heavy footsteps coming towards you. It is your turn, 8. What are you going to do?
I mean, I don't really like the sound of that, but we'll
actually, you know what? We need to take a quick break, and I think that's a great place to do it because we're at the top of the turn. So we'll take our last break, and we'll finish the fight when maybe we'll see. The fight will continue when we get back. The heavy sounds of footsteps around the corner, and we'll see what it is when we get back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the conclusion of today's episode of Roll20 Presents Dungeon of the Mad Mage, Dungeon of the Too Many Goddamn Goblins. Dave, would you like to use your turn to reduce the goblin problem?
I would love to give it a shot.
Yeah. All right. You strike a goblin. Which goblin is this?
The one on the right.
Okay. All right. The goblin on the right is slain by your javelin.
Kill the next one as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll kill the one to the bottom right as well. Then I can move over without bothering to take an attack of opportunity.
All right. Yes, you've slain two. So two of the goblins, quick jabs. You're like a fucking scorpion, just stab, and the two of them fall over.
Yep, and then I move in here and I use my second wind.
Okay. All right. Jewel. You are unconscious. You don't have to make a save. I was about to say, you're good. You relax.
You're fine.
Okay.
Remains unconscious.
So the bugbear, who's getting chewed up by these undead over here, is going to attack the zombie again. Gets a 23, deals 12 damage.
Zombie.
So it is a CR or a DC 17 con save.
Oh, come on.
Gets a 19. God damn, zombie.
Boom.
So he just like smashes the zombie.
I love this zombie. Too bad I can't actually heal him, I don't think.
No. Rin, it is your turn. The bugbear is totally tied up on these little nerds.
Yeah, seeing that the bugbear is entirely distracted, it's time to start trying to kill more goblins, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
First things first, another healing word on Makaria.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
For 5.
All right, Makaria, you gain 5 hit
then vicious mockery on the goblin closest to me in that like diagonal corner.
Yep, I see him.
Blammo, 6 damage.
All right.
15 wisdom save.
The goblin makes a save and gets a 14.
So he takes 6 damage.
Ah, my feelings.
Unfortunately, that doesn't really matter because it's either they're alive or dead. So.
Makaria.
I mean, he has disadvantage.
Yes. Oh, that's right. Yeah, let me make a note. Makaria, it's your turn.
Yay! I will use my action to heal Jewel. So many heals. It's gonna be great. Click. Level 3. Boom.
Good.
I think it's 28 total.
Jewel, the healing power of
Is that
Merkel's
right?
bony hand draws you back from the grave. And you don't actually have to roll, right? It's like you
No,
heal.
I just wanted to like cast this spell, but like, is it
I don't know.
3? It's 1d8 for the first level, and then 2d8 for each extra run, so 28. Okay.
There you go.
And then plus 4 for my wisdom modifier.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you want to do?
24.
Makaria?
Plus 4 from Okay, 20. Cool. I was like, wait, 8 times 3 doesn't.
Makaria, anything else?
I will. That was my full action.
All you could do is move.
Jewel feels better.
Yeah, you do. You're still prone, but you feel better.
Gives
I
Makaria a thumbs up.
I can't see my spiritual weapon to command it to move closer. No. So I mean, the only thing I could do would be to get I can't really see my zombies to know if they're done with the bugbear either. So I'm just gonna leave it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the zombie, the seemingly invincible zombie, swings out and misses with the attack. And now the goblins. So the goblin that ran off down the hall, let's get him sorted out. He starts coming running back. So 8, you hear from the hallway, you hear a goblin shouting something excitedly and coming towards you down the hall. The other goblins, they're going to close up ranks around you. Okay. So let's see here. 3 of them can only attack Makaria, so they will definitely have to do that. So first one with disadvantage obviously misses, supremely misses. And then 2 more regular. A 15 and a 5. Okay, so 2 more misses. That's 3. 2 of them will attack Jewel, because Jewel is on the ground. So with advantage. First one gets 15 and misses. Second one gets a 16 and hits you for 6.
Do you have a reaction, Rin?
I can also have it for a reaction. Only 2 are attacking me, right?
Yeah.
I've unfortunately used all of my cutting words.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
have had a turn, so I can uncanny dodge.
So you only take 3. You like roll and you get. Okay. One of them attacks Gark. Misses. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 of them attack 8. Miss. A miss. A miss. And a 19, so a miss. Okay, so they're just bouncing off your armor. All right, Makaria, your skeleton attacks. And gets a 14, so it misses. Haleth Gark makes 2 attacks with his weapon. And misses, and then hits for 10 and kills a goblin. Okay, the footsteps get louder.
Uh-oh.
Thunderous. Now everyone in the room can hear the like thunderous footsteps.
Oh, good.
Coming down the hall. 8, it is your turn.
It's gonna be like a goblin wearing really iron boots.
It's a goblin with huge shoes. Aha! And he comes out to step on you. 8, it is your turn.
It's goblin stabbing time.
Hell yeah, it is. Do it.
11 is a miss.
That is a miss. Yep. Goblin ducks under the javelin.
My
Not
first
so
miss.
lucky on the second swing.
Yeah. I'll kill that one.
This one? Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, get rid of the ones that can attack.
Blarg.
And I don't mind taking 4 attacks around.
Yeah, and you're okay standing where you are?
Yes.
All right. Jewel, you are on your butt. It's your turn.
Have movement to stand up. Being on her butt sucks.
Yeah.
From here, she's feeling very well protected by all of her friends, mostly surrounding.
Yeah, I think like Haleth like reaches down with his free hand and like grabs your wrist and like yanks you to your feet.
So
he gives you an apologetic look, but doesn't say anything.
She shrugs. She's like, "It's fine. This happens. I'm a cat. I have 6 lives." And then she draws her dagger. And we're going to stab in town. So I'll start with one of them. And I'm actually gonna start with the dagger. Makes sense in my head.
Okay. Lunge out with the offhand. That's a hit. Yep.
I guess this should have been the offhand. So subtract 4 from the damage. So it is, she'll take the sneak attack 8 plus 1, so 9.
Okay, killed, dead.
And then with the short sword, not offhand, she stabs the other one by Makaria.
Okay. The one to the north of Makaria?
Yep, for 10 damage.
Oh yeah, super dead. Very, very dead. There are just goblin bodies all over the floor now. Just they're all over the place. Corpses scattered.
It's going great. Actually, now I'm gonna go back and figure out how many times Jewel's gone down.
Do you want to do anything? Like move wise?
No.
Okay.
I guess she has a bonus action. She's gonna bonus action disengage and then move to stand next north of Makaria.
Okay.
Draw a little bit of that aggro.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. Meanwhile, in the greatest battle of all time, Bugbear versus Zombie, the Bugbear takes a swing at the zombie. Rah!
You already used your bonus action. It gets an AO.
Morningstar. He gets an attack on you. Right, because you used your... Okay. So Scimitar against you. Misses anyway. The Bugbear, takes a swing and misses the zombie completely.
Yes!
Rin, it's your turn.
It's time to keep mocking goblins.
Okay.
It really is my best and most effective method, so here we go. 5 damage to the nearest goblin.
Okay. And this is the one you injured before?
Yeah.
Okay, you're like, you're making fun of him once, see if it sticks. Second time, he gets a 9 on the save and dies.
Yeah.
Dies from that mockery.
My psychic insults are too much to bear.
Ah, no. I don't want to live anymore, and dies.
You're right. I am bad.
Yep. Do you want to move or anything, Rin? You're good where you are.
No, I'm totally fine
All right. Makaria, it's your turn. There are 2 goblins.
I look at Jewel by my side, looking hardy and also killing left and right. And I say, what did I tell you? It'd be fine. And now we're going to die.
Wounds on Jewel. No.
Okay.
And then I'm going to... Have either of these... The one standing
None
next
of
to
them
us
are
haven't?
injured.
Okay. I feel like I'm going to attack the one in front of Jewel with Toll the Dead.
Okay. That goblin
That was a good roll.
Gets a 9.
Then he takes 14 necrotic damage.
Double dead. Necrotizes like the Nazis at the end of Lost Ark. Just melts.
I'm going to move 5.
Okay.
10. I still can't see it. Okay.
Just like wiggling around the goblin.
I'm just going to take like the attack of opportunity and try to dart away.
Okay.
To 15.
The goblin
20.
gets an 8 and misses you.
25. 30. I can see it now. Yes. And I will command my spiritual weapon to move 20 feet in my direction. No, wait. Attack first. Sorry.
Okay.
That was...
Do it.
12.
That's a miss.
I was confused when I was commanding it, and it didn't know what to do.
Yeah, and it looks around and it flies backwards and forwards. Now, where do you want it to end up?
Let me just check if I can do both of those things on the same turn. As a bonus action, you can move it and attack. Okay. So I will also move it 20 feet towards me on this side of the pillar.
There?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Flies towards you. Good. Your zombie makes a slam attack. Oh my God.
Please, zombie, you can do it.
The zombie just got double crits. I rolled 2 20s for the zombie.
That's the best zombie.
Deals 9 bludgeoning damage and kills the bugbear.
Yes.
So the bugbear turns to watch the skull float by, and the zombie just like grins like, bash, 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 and just drops him to the floor and just starts like eating him.
Can someone please give me a page number for like if I can heal my zombies?
You can't.
I can't?
No. You can't. There might be a different spell that can restore hit points to it.
Long rest?
No.
Yeah, totally will. Like everything does except a simulacrum. It's like the only thing in the book that doesn't.
I don't think that there's rules for monsters regaining abilities on long rest, but I don't actually think monsters technically restore hit points on long rest either. It's so stupid. But yeah, we'll figure it out. So anyway, don't worry about that right now. Zombie killed the bugbear. The remaining goblins will take their actions. So the goblin attacks Jewel with a scimitar. Gets a 15 and misses. These goblins, hearing the pounding of the footsteps, they're going to reposition.
So the ogres have room. Yeah.
And then one goblin attacks Jewel. One attacks 8. And one attacks Gurney Halleck. He gets hit for 5.
Gurney Halleck.
Right through the balisette. All right, so that's the goblins. Makaria, your skeleton has no target and no command. Haleth Gark takes some swings at that goblin. Actually, he's gonna be a noble. He's gonna be a noble fella, and he steps over to where Jewel is. One of the goblins attacks him with a scimitar. He gets hit for 5. And I think you noticed this, Jewel, in 8. He turns, steps towards Jewel. The goblin shanks him in the side, and he doesn't even seem to notice. Like, it just, like, gets him, and he just walks away. Like, he doesn't even look. And then he swings his weapon at one of the goblins near you. Gets character sheet here. Okay. And then misses, but then takes another attack and gets a crit and crushes its skull.
Good work.
All right. So, unfortunately, having this guy around is he's taking a share of your XP because he's actually a person. All right. So now, the rumbling sounds of the enormous creatures are resolved. So you see, actually, here you can get to there, and then this guy's gonna go. Get out of the way.
He's a big guy.
So
shove him back, block the other. Oh.
Two enormous two-headed ogre giant something or others come running into the room, and they see all the goblins laid out on the ground, cut open, and all four of their heads just like looking like, Rah! They all start shouting in rage. All of them have branded on their forehead the mark of the Xanathar's guild, all four foreheads, and otherwise they are carrying, I think, like mauls. I'm gonna get the handout so you can see them more fully.
Wait, ogres only have one head.
That's right.
Oh, Ettins. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
They are indeed. So one of them gets to make their attack action. One of them didn't have to use their whole action moving. So the first one, I think this is Bachknocken. Yep, makes 2 attacks. Oh, they've got a battle axe in one hand and a morning star in the other. So battle axe first. A 22.
Does hit.
Okay. For 8 damage.
Okay.
And then the morning star with the other hand.
Cutting words.
I only get a 20, so the morning star is a miss. Okay, and then Kung Jung runs into the room but can't attack. All right, 8, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna have to start killing these.
Also on their turn, this
Finish
goblin.
off the goblins first.
More goblins.
Hey.
If you want to take them down, like Jewel can probably finish off the 2 goblins before their turn.
Likewise, I can Vicious Mockery the big boys, or Dissonant Whispers one, and see if we can get to run.
Let me just look down the list.
That's true. Like backing up and bottlenecking, that might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, but I can't really waste turns with disengages.
Yeah.
To attack.
All right, 8, what are you doing?
I'm gonna kill the goblins. I'm gonna take the 2 goblins.
Okay.
I can still push with the thing, and hopefully, the thing in my bob will take advantage of that. Javelin attack 1. 16.
Yep.
Top goblin is dead.
Cool. Ah!
And the bottom goblin's dead.
Okay.
As a bonus action, I would like to. Sorry, I've got to keep spinning my token around, see where my allies are.
Yeah. So you want to attack one of the big guys?
Yeah, I'm gonna shove. I'm gonna shove an Etten.
Okay.
So I'm gonna shove the top or the bottom one. Doesn't really matter, does it? I'll shove the top one.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you slam your shield into their knees and they tumble over backwards, fall onto their butt. And yeah, one of the heads like, hey! And the other head's like, hey! And they're like, rah, trying to get up without putting their weapons down. What's that?
How tall are they? Do you
10
know?
feet.
Okay. Yes,
Yeah.
you are still.
Assuming they're like cube shaped, but they're basically 10 feet tall.
Right. Fair.
Let's see.
Yep, that's that for me.
Okay.
I'm going to stab the goblin that is in front of me with my short sword.
Okay.
That is what I'd like to do.
14. 14 is a miss.
Curses. I will stab it with my offhand dagger.
Okay.
Yeah,
For
does he count as
17.
10 feet? Because he's so tall.
What's that?
For 11
Did he
damage.
fall 10 feet? No. For 11 on that other
Yep.
goblin? All right.
Yep.
All but one goblin dead.
And you know what? Jewel kind of likes where she is for a moment, and she's gonna, or not being near the thing. So she's gonna back away.
Okay.
Let's see if she can get to like. She's just gonna move to there, I think.
Okay, Rin, it's your turn.
Vicious mockery for bottom Etin friend.
Okay.
I mock viciously. Why you? Okay, there we go.
Okay.
First one.
All right. Let's see.
She's gonna kite.
Okay, and Vicious Mockery is just damage and disadvantage, right?
Yep.
I'm
If they
first.
fail, it will save.
Yep.
Even with 2 heads, you're not smarter than one of us.
That's
Mockery.
probably true, actually. All right. Okay. So that one, that one's like, hey, and like one of the heads is like teary-eyed, like banging itself on the head with the Morningstar, and the other one turns and looks and is like, get it together, and like, ah.
That's all I can do.
Okay, Makaria.
Okay, so I would like, see here the thing is bonus action, spiritual weapon is probably wiser. But it can't get to the
Correct.
Titans, and the zombies will attack like now. So I think I'm gonna bonus action command the skeleton to circle a pillar until he has a clear shot on the big boys, and then ranged attack.
Yep.
And the zombie, I'm gonna say, you did such a good job. You can take a rest. Just hang out. You're a good boy. Because if he got in melee with them, I mean, I guess it would give them something else to attack.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably gonna die anyway. Fucking go for it. He's a beast. I'm gonna tell him to attack the
All right.
big boys. So on his turn.
Wait.
So on his turn.
Is it Yolt when you tell zombies to go and do something?
So he can move 40 feet on his turn. So he just comes around the corner, one arm's like shambling.
Yeah, he's gonna do great.
Okay.
And then for my action.
Right.
Action.
What are you doing with your action?
Full action. I'm going to. So if it's a ranged attack and they're prone, it does not have.
It has disadvantage.
But because the lower one, I have advantage on that one,
No,
or it has.
That one has disadvantage on its next attack.
Okay, I just wanted to check that. Okay. I'm going to guiding bolts.
Okay.
The fellow that has disadvantage on his next attack.
Okay.
15?
Yeah, you hit.
Oh, because he's such a big boy.
Mm-hmm.
For 18 radiant damage. That was a great roll.
Nice. Okay. All right. So now the next attack on him has advantage.
Yes.
Okay. So then your zombie moved. The goblin will move here. And he looks at you, Makari, and he's his bow in his hand. And he shoots an arrow at you. Boing. He gets a 7, so just sails over your head. All right, so your skeleton, you want him to move around the corner?
Oh no, he's going to use up the guiding bolt thing.
He is, yep. So he turns and he takes a shot with advantage.
Whatever.
Boing. Gets 16 and hits for 7 damage.
Hey, he's still a good boy.
It was a good point.
All right, Haleth Gark looks over his shoulder at the other 3 to make sure that everybody's okay, and then leaps into the fray next to 8. Haleth takes a swing with his mace, and then again. Nice, second one's a crit, and he deals 15 damage total between 2 hits. He's just smashing this mace against the second one here. Now, the big guys, this guy gets up off the ground and attacks 8. So here comes the battle axe.
I have a small question
Yes.
while you're rolling those.
Yeah.
Since shove replaces an action, can I mark when I shove?
What is the trigger for marking?
Let's have a quick When you hit a creature with a melee weapon melee weapon attack.
Yeah, shove is not a melee weapon attack. No. All right, so the battle axe misses you. The Morning Star also misses. And then your Revenant friend, a battle axe attack, which is a hit, and then a miss with the Morning Star. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. 8. It's your turn.
Okay. Since we put a bunch of damage into the southern one already, I will take that one.
Okay.
Javelin. There's a 14 hit.
It does, yes.
Fantastic. I will mark it.
Okay.
13 points damage on the first hit. Javelin 2. That will hit.
Nice.
And I will push him.
All right. So yeah, two javelin attacks and then a shove. And let's see how strong this boy is. I got a 13. So Ty goes to the defender, so you don't push him over. Yep. All right, Jewel.
All right, this goblin is just going to be annoying. So she's going to move up and deal with the goblin.
Yeah.
Because the bottom one is marked. So it probably won't attack her.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. So she's going to stab the goblin first with her dagger.
All right.
16.
That's a hit.
Okay. For 19 damage.
Lot. Very dead.
Great. So then she is going to use her bonus action to stab at the big friendo.
Okay.
It's with advantage. No, it's not.
No, it's not. But you hit anyway.
Okay.
And this is a no sneak attack for 10.
No sneak attack for 10 damage.
Nice roll.
Good hit. All right. Rin. Unless, Jewel, you have a bonus action you want to do something with?
No, our bonus action was stabbing.
That's right. That's what you did with your
She's out of movement, so she'll stay.
Dissonant Whispers.
Nice.
We get AOs on those, don't we?
Yes, you do. So Dissonant Whispers for 13 psychic damage on our top boy. If he fails his wisdom save anyway.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
I'm just Dungeons and Dragons is doing a thing. So Ettins have advantage on any saving throw against, and this is funny, against being blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, stunned, and knocked unconscious. But Dissonant Whispers, no, I know. Let me finish. Dissonant Whispers doesn't actually cause you to be frightened, the condition. You just are afraid and run away. It's so stupid. Like, I feel like they should get advantage on this wisdom save because here's a list of effects, but also like it doesn't say that effect.
I don't think they get advantage on the wisdom save because the save is for the damage and the movement and like having advantage on, like, would you be like have advantage?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think technically they don't have advantage by the rules, but it's stupid because it's all the normal effects almost of being frightened. Like, they should have advantage, but they don't. Because
I think
again,
it's
the rules
maybe
and
it doesn't last.
The rules and logic don't make sense. But that's fine. Yeah, it's not actually frightened. So I'll make the roll. They make the save anyway.
Okay, so they take 6 psychic damage, but that's it.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Rin?
Nope.
Okay. Makaria, your turn.
Okay, for this bonus action, I can command my skull. 20 feet, I think, is the range that it can move towards the nearest enemy, which would be the lower Etten. Or what are they? Are they Ettins? I don't know.
They're Etten, yeah.
And then I will I'll probably just Toll the Dead. Yeah. I don't know what else we're going to do today, but I want to keep spell slots, so.
Okay.
On the same one, that the lower one.
Okay. Gets the save. Got a 19.
Wow, the wisdom of the Etten.
Yeah. Anything else, Makaria?
I think I think that's it. I feel like there's this weird symbol of like Makaria is standing there with her shield and like her like hand doing all the somatic components like in front of Rin, but she doesn't really see that it's a very protective posture. But it kind of is. Like she didn't do it on purpose, but
yeah. So this zombie boy comes over and attacks. Slam attack is a hit for 3.
Good boy.
Okay. There's no more goblins. The skeleton makes a shot with the bow. Boing. And misses. And then Mr. Gark makes 2 attacks against the Etten.
Sorry, I don't have the ability to move my spiritual weapon, so I just want to make sure it gets moved forward.
2. Okay. So 2 misses by Gark. And where did you want it?
Just 20 feet forward towards the Etten.
Okay, there it is. Okay, all right. Cool. The big guy. So Kungjung, the southern one, has to attack 8. But Boknok and I guess they'll all just go after 8 right now.
He can not, but then I'll hit him.
Oh no, that's right. They have a AC of 12. Sorry, that second one is a hit. So it is a moot point. The bottom one is dead.
Hell yeah.
Your friend kills it. I thought their AC was 13 for some reason. Okay, and then the upper one. Then let me see what their reach is. 5 feet. Okay, all right. So he'll just go after. So the bottom one gets killed by Haleth, and then the top one. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna attack 8. Battle axe is a miss. And Morningstar is a 26 for 18 damage.
I'll do it.
Okay, 8. It's your turn.
I don't want to get hit with another one of those, but whatever. Javelin.
Nice. Yep.
Javelin 1. Mark him.
Okay.
Because this is my job, even if it's maybe not the smartest.
Okay, that's a hit.
2.
For 13. Nice. Okay, both strikes hit home. It's like stab him in the thigh, send him in the chest.
And we'll go for the push.
Okay.
That's a better roll.
And so this push. Oh, I see. There's like 2 different kinds of. That's right. That's the weird thing about shoving. There's 2 kinds of pushing.
Sorry, yeah, I'll push him prone as opposed to back.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let me roll. Good strength. Cool. Knocked down. Back onto his butt with a roar.
He's got that advantage now.
All right, Jewel.
Yeah, stabbing time.
Yeah, get in there. Get that advantage.
Stab a tabby.
So you can leap on him. Yeah, pretty much, right? Just get up on top of the dead guy.
It'd be 26.
Okay.
For God, the worst damage. 13.
13 damage. Okay.
And stab again, but no advantage.
Okay.
Oh no, he's still prone.
He's still prone. Yeah, you still have advantage.
Did that 13 doesn't hit, right?
13 does hit. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well then I won't reroll.
So that's so funny. You just leap on him and just start stabbing.
3 damage.
You should reroll in case you get a crit.
Oh.
Yeah, because you have advantage. So
that's true.
Okay. So just regular hit. Okay, awesome. So you just leap on him, stabbing.
3 damage.
Rin, your turn.
Okay, he's getting his ass beat. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know.
He's probably still got a good.
I have no other targets, so I guess I will mock him because disadvantage is good at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
7 psychic damage if he fails the save.
He gets a 16 on the save.
Damn it! All right, well, that's what I got.
Okay, Makaria.
I see 8 is getting pretty injured, and I'm just gonna move forward. So 5, 10, 15, I think I'm going to stay there. I'm going to use my bonus action to move the spiritual weapon forward 20 feet, which still doesn't get it in range. And then
he's coming. She's trying.
And then I will toll the dead on the remaining Etten. Hey, look at that good boy.
He's trying real hard.
Ooh, good thing he's been hit.
Okay, all right. So DC 15, Toll the Dead. I love Toll the Dead. I love that it has the variable damage thing. That's
at one point he's not gonna have the wisdom of the crayfish.
Yeah. He gets a 5, and so takes the 14 necrotic. I feel like Makaria's spiritual weapon is also painted on the side of Makaria's van. Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay, the zombie, hero zombie, makes a slam attack against the Etten. Misses, gets a 9. He's moves up in here.
He needs to move.
So he shambles up and attacks. Makaria, your skeleton fires at this one, has disadvantage. Boing. Misses.
Sorry about that.
I gotta keep track of arrows here. So that's 2 attacks, 3 attacks. Okay. All right. Cool. And then Haleth takes a couple of swings with the mace.
Disrupting.
With advantage. Hit. And a hit. For 8 and then 6.
Nice.
All right. The Etten gets the fuck up.
Sure does.
Is still marked, and so attacks 8. Battle Axe. I got a 26 for 14 damage.
Cool.
And then Morning Star, a 21, so just barely misses. You have 3 hit points. So the battle axe, I think, slams into your shield, like bends your shield in, like it dents the shield, throws the shield aside. The Morning Star comes in overhead. You jump backwards, and it smashes the floor, sending debris everywhere, and just barely misses you. He looks up, both heads looking like angry and surprised, wishing that you had been smashed to death, expecting that to be the blow that killed you. But now it's your turn, 8. What are you gonna do?
Stab him.
Yeah. Nice. You hit. That is exactly as many hit points as he has. So what do you do? I'll let you describe how you kill him. So he swings at you, you jump back, it slams into the ground, he looks up over his weapon. The Morning Star is on the floor, the battle axe is like dug into the side wall. What do you do? How do you kill him?
Yeah, it's the arm is in the ground, like he's got it down, and I take my right foot, I stomp it onto his arm that's in the ground, and use that as leverage, break his arm, push up, and just right up through both of its heads sideways.
Nice. Right, so you jump and you swing sideways, and then the javelin just thunk, thunk, and hits both heads, and their eyes roll back, and then they tumble backwards. And Robo Kratos, and down it goes. The dust slowly settles as calm falls over the room.
I think 8 does the kind of like jerky robot movement, just so when they turn around, you can see they've been hit. Like, I don't know, how many hits did I take in that combat? A lot.
There's the moment where Makaria thinks again, like, but then 8 could kill her very quickly.
Very, very easily, yeah. Haleth, maybe if you look at him, like maybe in the aftermath, if anybody pays any attention, you might notice him like he knows he's been like hurt, and he like pats where his like wounds are, and there's no blood, and I look at him. He makes
definitely
a face,
looking at him.
Yeah, he makes a face like he's not sure. You can watch on his face. He's not sure what to think. He's like, I should be dead. And then he's like, but before you say anything, and then he justifies it. Like you watch him be like, no, I am blessed. I'm blessed by Joaquin. I cannot die till my divine duty is complete. And he grins and like hefts the mace like, yes, everything is well and good in the world.
You're right there.
And he smiles and he nods and he says,
it depends on how you define all right.
He scowls at you and he turns back to Jewel and he says, I think I am.
You got stabbed a lot. Thank you for saving me or helping. Also, thank you, Makaria.
It was my absolute pleasure.
I waved at the bone throne for you while I was down there.
I waved at it.
Hold on. So when you say that, I gotta make a religion check for old Harky Sarky over here. Let's see.
Oh no, Michael worship here. It's just a friendly in-joke between friends.
Yeah.
Rod Kellen will.
You see him. You see his lip curl back from his teeth in a snarl, a disgusted look. Pass over his face. He looks at Makaria like, you just, like, ugh.
I wouldn't be so disgusted if I were you, Revenant.
What an it?
And he shakes his head and he says, "You're a fool, necromancer. A fool worshiping a dead god. I have no reason to listen to you. I am blessed by my god. Joaquin has given me power to endure, to get my vengeance on those who wronged me. Do not make me add your name to the list."
Have you taken your own pulse recently?
And he turns away from you. And he turns to you, 8, and he says, "Brilliantly struck, friend. These are true foes. You fight with a majesty I've never seen before. If I had you at my side down on level 2, we could have sent those goblins scattering. By the gods, look at this." And he looks around the room and he says, "We have dealt evil a true blow this day."
Yes, many dead goblins need to
8, do you need assistance?
just time.
Are you sure?
Time. An hour, because I'm a fighter, I guess.
Would that I had my holy symbol, friend. I could bring you back to fighting shape like that.
Can I I've obviously never run into a Revenant before. Is there anything I would have read where I would
make a religion check?
Yeah, I want to know whether or not he could do that.
Yeah.
I definitely read about them. 100%. 20.
They're cooler than you and they're better than you and they're awesome and they're alive, but they're also dead and they're a special cool kind of dead that can get shit done. You wish you were as cool as a Revenant.
I do.
Yeah, right. You know that Revenants are powered by their quest for vengeance.
Right.
And that so long as the Revenant is in pursuit of the quest for vengeance, he will not be able to be killed. He will recover his health so long as he is not struck with flame or radiance, divine radiance. His body will continue to regenerate. Even if he is slain outright, even if he is killed, a day that passes will shunt his soul into another corpse and bring him back to life. And that corpse will slowly take on the form of the original Revenant. Your power to turn undead cannot affect him.
Okay, but my question was do I know whether or not he would still have access to spells?
You have no idea. The relationship between a god and their worshiper is...
Okay, so I just know cool Revenant.
There are plenty of cool badass Revenants, or so you heard, that once worshipped Merkel as an honored guard, at Merkel's side, right? They would kill themselves in service to him, and their vengeance would be anyone who speaks ill of Merkel, and then their eternal existence would be devoted only to killing the enemies of your dark god.
Oh man, they're so cool.
Are you gonna jam a blade through your heart right now, Makari?
Yeah, right. Makari's just oh, I wish I could be so cool. Stab. Ow. Because Merkel's not real.
Shut up. He's so real.
Makari looks at him shit.
There's
checkmate, I guess.
Yeah.
She's very, it's very Sundar, right? She's oh, he's so cool, but I hate him so much, but he's so cool.
Makari is such a teenager.
Yeah, she really is. You're angry at yourself because you like him so much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna copy your spiritual. I'm actually just gonna hide your spiritual weapon in the wall, so when we need it next time, I can just.
Oh yeah, sure, for sure.
I want to rest, Adam.
I direct my
that
Zombo
you
to pick up some arrows, and I'm assuming we're gonna go through goblin corpses.
So yes, none of the goblins, except ammo, they have arrows. None of them have anything other than the scimitars and the bows and arrows that they're carrying. The two Etten do not appear to be carrying anything aside from their primitive weapons. They did come from down this way. But yeah, you look around you, and I think this is probably the place to close it before you decide where you're going to rest and whatever. But yeah, you look around you and see this this massive room. You see the statue, the mutilated statue of the two-headed dwarven king, and just everywhere, just bodies, green blood splattered on the walls and the ceiling, just splattered on the floor, and just bodies of the dead laying all around you. So let me do a count before we do our passing shout outs here. So today you killed 3 Carrion Crawlers. You killed 2 Etten.
The 3 Carrion Crawlers were without the Revenants.
That's right. Yeah. Thank you. So I'll calculate that slightly differently. 2 Etten, 3 Bugbears. 1, 2, 3, and then goblins.
22. I guess.
Is it 20? You want to guess 22? All right.
I'm gonna guess.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19. Pretty close.
So many goblins.
Oh yeah, what about the shrieking mushrooms? Is that a creature?
I think the Shriekers were 10 experience.
Yeah.
You know what? Jewel killed them. It's hers.
2 each.
Hey,
Yeah.
I
Right, 5,
said
10, 15, 16, 18, 19. Okay, let me coagulate this, and then we'll do a quick shout out. And
Coagulate.
we will let our friends take us to Ravnica. So the goblins, I'm gonna give it to you now because I assume you're gonna at least short rest as soon as we start because Dave has no hit points.
Absolutely.
Nope, not 20. There is not. This goblin they didn't kill. This dead goblin up here that Chad is looking at, that goblin was dead when they showed up.
Worst.
We'll talk about that later. Okay, so...
Oh, there was bugbears too.
Yeah, I got them. Yeah, there were 3 of them. So goblins are 50 experience each. Okay. And then bugbears are... And I'll figure out, or actually maybe that can be your homework, Blue Jay. Figure out if there is like an official word on healing.
evidently they have hit dice. They have 3d8 hit dice, and so they can spend them during short rest. Just like
I saw that in chat. I'd like to see like an official reference to that, like whether it's in a book.
I don't think that anyone had a page number. All they had is Jeremy Crawford.
Just it's your homework. Make a case for me. And then Ettins are worth how much? They're worth
12 million.
No, they're
Level
worth
6 plus.
No. Okay.
Enough to get us to level 6.
So, all right. So dividing this with your new friend. So dividing this by 5. So plus 950 divided by 5. It's 750 for that big fracas right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then for the Carrion Crawlers, here we go. 3 of them. And 450 times 3 divided by 4. It's another 337. So 337 plus 750. So 1087 total.
Yeah, 8549. Looks like to me.
All right, and that is paid. Done and done. Cool.
What do we need for level 6?
14,000.
14.
Cool.
It's a really
We are
big jump for
pretty
someone.
far, yeah.
All right. Cool. Let's do some shout outs. Elf, why don't you start us off?
Hi everybody, I'm Distracted Elf. You can find me at twitch.tv/DistractedElf or on Twitter at DistractedElf. I'm running a D&D 5e game on my own channel on Wednesday nights at 5 p.m. PST called TBD&D, where I GM for a bunch of my LARP friends. It's fun. We've done 1 episode so far. It's easy to catch up.
Nice. Good. Also so much Neverwinter.
And every spare moment of my life.
It's a good way to be. Let's do Blue Jay, you want to go next?
Sure. I'm Blue Jay, and you can find me at twitch.tv/BlueJay or on Twitter at BlueJay_712. You can find all the role-playing stuff I have done over on bluejay.tv/portfolio. And the only other thing I'm currently doing is jamming a show on Saturdays over on Table Story. So that's pretty rad.
Nice. Cool. Good stuff. Dave?
Yeah. Phew, good session. Lots of killing. That's what I like. My stuff. I'm on Twitter at Dave_human. can't look at Twitter these days. There's a lot going on, isn't there?
It's just too much.
But I will post there for when I do my streams and stuff, of which exist at Dave _ Wait, I got my. Oh, I knew I'd do it one day. Dave _human on Twitch and Dave _ human on Twitter.
There you go.
Branding is hard. And I stream Thursdays, Saturdays, and we're going to do a special thing on Fridays. So.
Nice, excellent. And last but not least, thanks for overcoming your physical infirmities. Thanks for coming, Lauren. Where can people find you on the internet?
When I am recovering from Con Crunch, you can find me pretty much everywhere at Random Tuesday or my other RPG homes. I'm running a Cypher System campaign on Wednesday nights on Geek Space TV, and I GM a Masks campaign that just started on Roll for It on Sunday mornings. And then you can see cool pictures of my cosplay that I wore this weekend over on my Twitter and my Instagram.
Nice. Cool. That's it. That's our episode. Thank you for coming and for watching, everybody. This has been Roll20 Presents Dungeon of the Mad Mage. We will not be back next week. I was going to say we were going to be back next week, but we won't be because I'll be in Japan. So I can't. I'll be far away. So the week after that, I will return. We're also potentially planning something special for this stream for April, but keep an eye out for that. We'll tell you more about it once we confirm date and time for that. So that's it for us. If you're watching this live, stick around. There's another show. I think By Law and Order is immediately right after this. So thanks to them for sticking it out for us, and we'll let them take over. Thanks for coming, everybody. See you next time. Bye. This stream is brought to you by Roll20, an easy-to-use virtual tabletop dedicated to making tabletop RPGs accessible to everyone. Join the adventuring party at roll20.net.